extremely excited to have you here. And I guess the big thing for us is I'm an outsider of the RSL, right? I'm not wanted there, unfortunately. But I've been watching closely, and I noticed like you guys were kind of being disrespected by a lot of Spirited Book joins the server. Holy shit. Anyways, uh, a lot of people kind of disrespecting your team, and you guys come up with a big win last week. So what's the vibe right now?
My team has always
Testing.
been extremely
Fantastic.
confident in one another. All this disrespect that's been coming towards us, we're the type of people that just smile and take it to them on game day, and that's
Mm,
exactly what we did
mm.
against the Mystic Sea Serpents, I believe. Clean 2-0 from the squad, and we're gonna take this momentum and take it to Stewie squad as well.
Sounds good. Yeah. So obviously team game, but a lot of matchups here. Timer Valve, Timer LeBron, Mario Bro, Spirited Book. Obviously, they had a lot of battles before, a lot of tier list drama in the
Oh yeah,
past. Uh,
all-time rivalry.
yeah, you against Stuart Chisholm, the fired CEO. A lot of stuff going on, and people doom sauce. He was bottom on the tier list on some of those tier lists, so there's like a lot of narratives going
Yeah,
on. Like,
yeah,
is that fuel for you?
absolutely, absolutely. If watching the disrespect and the tier lists, it just makes
Yeah,
you want to play so much harder and take it to all these guys that talk so much shit, excuse the language,
of
and
course.
not
No, I
really
like that.
knowing what you're made of, and
Mhm.
it feels so good when the victory screen comes up and their Titan is dead,
Yep.
and being able to yap in the post game lobby after. That's
Mm.
the sweetest part about it all.
Not a
So
lot of
we're super
yapping in the
excited for this
post-game
match and
lobby,
super
but
ready
you
for this victory.
know,
Yeah, definitely all rooting for you to
if
make
those
Stewie hold
guys
that. Kurt, do you have
won,
any closing question?
they would have been yapping so much.
All right.
Um,
Oh,
my biggest question is, do you think that Mario Bro and Doomsauce are prepared for the switch up of the Hydra Spirited Book duo lane? Do you think they get stronger with Spirited Book, or do you think they were better off with Boots and Cats?
No, I think that them having Spirited Book automatically buffs Mario Bro. Mario Bro is the kind of ADC that really wants to stomp on his rivals. When he knows he's playing in somebody that he doesn't like, his play level goes up through the roof. He does
Mm-hmm.
Oh
not want to
shit!
lose against people that he
ooh,
dislikes. So our duo
Mm-hmm.
lane today is going to be on fire.
Oh yeah.
wonderful,
So you're
man.
saying that this is a beef set between these two?
Well, it is a beef
Yes, yes,
set,
Between
absolutely. That's
but
not a ridiculous
oh
statement.
Oh shit. Okay,
okay,
that's the
so
absolute best way. Yeah, man.
nice. That makes these matches way way
Way more
better.
tense. Way more
Oh yeah.
just
the
energetic and powerful.
beef
We'll keep it. We won't
is
keep you
that
here. Good
Mario
luck, man.
Bro wants to beef, but Bro's never beaten me in an actual competitive set ever. Like not even a proper game.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Good
you so
luck,
much.
dude.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Of
I'll see you
course.
At least
guys.
not that I can think of.
Peace.
That's just one thing I recall
So
specifically.
beef set.
Right.
There was
Yeah.
There was one game he beat us, but it was OSL. It was a third place match, and they were literally playing with one of our subs, and they beat us in the game. But the game didn't technically count because they were literally playing with one of our subs, so it wasn't a competitive OSL set because it was chalked. It's like the fuck, man. So it was weird.
This
Oh
is
man. Can I
this
turn
is
And
myself
they
down?
only won
Sure.
the one
about
game. We still
points
won that
for
set
the
technically.
RSL standings. This is about your legacy.
Yeah. I hope I turn myself down enough. Let me know if I need to turn myself down a little bit more. But yeah, no, that's exciting. Let me know if I need to turn anybody else up, by the way. That's extremely exciting. I mean, a little bit of drama. I try not to like let it. Was playing in that? He was. Yeah, he was. This was a Smite 1 league, and this was the last Smite 1 league. Doomsauce, Hydra, like they played against each other. Most exciting. Oh, wait, we can do this.
Their dual
How
lane, by
about
the way,
Let's go.
is one of the most
there's like
predictable dual lanes I've ever
Mario?
played
He's
with
kind of trying
or
to
played against.
Yeah, he
like,
did have a subathon.
yeah,
actually,
he's
you're
trying
right.
to like shed from the tier of players and just like transcend. You know what I mean? With us, and I thought it a
Oh,
little
I'm
bit.
getting to pick some bands.
Team
There we go.
Kiba this thing. First pick, obviously the Spirited Book Stewart team. Second pick, Kali ban immediately. Kiba doesn't want to play it. Big time.
I respect that.
Oh my
Stewie's been
gosh.
playing.
Yeah.
They've been prying a lot of these picks for young Stuart Chisholm, the CEO of Minecraft.
Mhm.
They said they don't want to deal with it.
Totally
Take it
respectable.
out early.
Yeah, but banning from first pick though.
Yeah, banning from first pick. So I guess Kiba's saying like, look, when we get off the cheese, and it's just me and you in here, you don't have a chance. I like that a lot. Sobek ban as well, I think is just a good control pick. I think this team, knowing Kiba, does a lot of research. They saw the Sobek last week, thought it was a bit of a Problem, he did play game 1, right? Hydra, correct? Played Sobek game 1?
Yeah.
Yes,
and
he did.
Game 2.
He did, you're correct. Or I thought he played Bacchus game 2, remember? It was Sobek game 1, Bacchus game 2. That's what it was.
Oh, shout out
So,
Skiba,
yeah, you're
Black
right.
Manticore CEO.
So definitely liking
reacting
these
to my post
anti-heal
with the
supports, maybe
fire
looking for a
emoji.
little bit of healing this draft. We'll see. Agni ban, very standard ADC ban, trying to take it away from Mario Bro. And then Neath as well, which
Dude,
is strange because remember, Killcam Kenny was the guy on red team who banned the Neath, who played it both games, game 1 and game 2 in the set. Apollo first pick, so Killcam Kenny on a new pick, Mario Bro. Triple flexing this ADC pick. I'm expecting it to go to him though.
Triple.
Very excited.
Where else does Apollo go?
I
Jungle?
believe Doomsauce has actually played this a few times in the support role as well.
Yeah, very possible. Stewie immediately going for this Hunbats. He played this frequently with us in Smite Prime. It looked very mediocre in most of the games, if not all of them, but still something that's a comfort for him.
Toxic.
So I guess we'll just kind of have to see what it looks like on the big stage, but still needing really everything from this draft besides the jungler and Ares being hovered. What do you think about this?
I am a huge Ares fan. I think
Hmm.
it helps. You know, the Humbat Soul can get some beads. You get Ares.
Yeah,
for it.
Ares Humbots
Yeah,
is
I
just
mean,
incredibly
that's simple,
underrated,
yeah.
I think,
You
right
can get
now. That combo
Humbots
is
also, you know what I
disgusting.
mean?
You
There's
just
a
pull
lot
beads
of-
with one of them, pull beads with the other.
There's a
They
lot
all
of,
have to go Kali
flexibility
beads.
here in, who wants to engage first.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
And I
you need is
think,
a Cerberus
when
support
you
in
have so much CC and beads burn, just always good for a draft. Makes people
Dude, why are we picking
typically
Cabra
want
in
to go, these
2025?
CC immune ult characters if they can, but Timer here actually says screw that and just goes for the cab pick with the on her. Now this Apollo most likely going to be in the support. We'll see. 'Cause again, we're expecting this cab to be in solo. So what do you think about this this cab on
Play
her
some
right away?
Expedition 33 after this,
I think
by the way,
it
after I watch
says
this
we
set.
don't care what you want to play. We want to play with we want to do. We don't want to have to play around you. We want to bring our strat to the table and think that our game plan is better than theirs. I respect that, honestly. It's a ballsy play,
Yeah.
but
I mean, it's the
think
beef
it's
set,
good.
right? So, like, you got to be confident, I guess, right? And they're showing the disrespect in the picks and bans, which I like. I think that's awesome. And the Aladdin hover, this is going to be for Killcam Kenny. Spirited Book does have an Aladdin bag. We do remember this. This actually is an Aladdin mid ADC flex. Very excited to see where that goes in Valve.
true.
Again, this consistent staple chalk.
It's true, I
is
do
gonna
have
be
an
given
Aladdin.
for him, so I think no surprises there with the chalk pick, but we'll see where this Aladdin goes. It was played by Moods last week, did not look good, but maybe better in Killcam Kenny's hands. Pele insta-lock for Kiba, that is his premier jungle pick, and what do you want to see last year?
What do they need here? They need
Uh-oh, have we lost him?
support. No, they
Have
need
we lost Kura?
mid. It was just raw.
No.
They just
Okay.
picked
Actually,
raw.
really?
No problem.
Wait, what?
They need a mid laner.
Oh,
Oh, ooh. Whoa.
I feel like Raw's fine here, but like
Raw. Now,
you look at these
I'm-
comps. Raw just
okay,
needs so
I
much
wanna make
help in this
very
comp.
Clear. I'm a huge Raw fan.
hmm
I don't love it into this. There's not a lot of peel from
Yep.
the team, it seems here. I feel like you're not going to be able to get that much peel out of an Apollo. Maybe they know something I don't, but not a huge fan of the Raw pick here.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
that's a
thank
nice
you,
stream.
Shardy Barty, and I think that's what this rock could look like into this draft. I really do appreciate the sub. Thank you so much. We'll have to see, if it's able to do that. Spirited.
Hang on, I'm gonna see where are we at. We're 7:26:01. I'm trying to see if I can access the chat as well because I'm curious about the chat as well. Here we go. Maybe we'll just go right there. Oh, but first we gotta watch some ads. Jungle. Just not expecting the mediocre right here. Fan of watching Phantom of the Opera. Unrelated to what's going on. I see. Got the one guy who's like Jing Wei ? I feel like that god's still pretty solid. Like crit is good. Like how can she not be that good?
Fan of the Raw pick here.
Yeah, thank you, Shardy Barty, and I think that's what this
the
rock could
Xingwei
look like into this
jungle.
draft.
That's
I
what
really
he
do
was
appreciate
saying.
the sub. Thank you so
Nope.
much. We'll have to see, if it's able to do that Spirited Book with the Jingwei hover, and I mean, just look at it, just like a storm cloud impending. Will he lock it in? I'm very excited to see this last ADC pick. Very safe, a little bit boring at times, but it's good into Pele, I guess, right? Knockup immunity.
It's literally
on
good
her-
into
or
our
the
entire
knockup
comp.
counter that she has.
Because you just have to
the
play safe against
on her jump
a
as
dual
well.
lane like
Maybe not the best thing in the
Mario
world,
and
but, like,
Doomsauce.
it's
Because
safety,
all they
it's a
want to
solid
do,
pick. You're right about this Ra.
all
I
they
mean,
want to
look,
do is
Cersei's
run at
Hexstone
you from
builds,
minute
he's
one,
got slow
and so
immunity.
it's like
I feel like
you
the
can
Ra
play to match
pressure
it,
early
sure,
game might be
but
really
if you want to
valuable
play to
because
match
there's a
it
lot of
after
physical
Honor's
pushing
off the
there.
table, your next best
There's
pressure
also this
pick
big
early
nimble
is
ring.
Uller, and Uller into this comp kind of sucks. You need some objective shred of some kind. Play-by-play stronger sleep inducer than
Ra build that's
melatonin.
being used a
Dude,
lot
I
right now,
like
so maybe
Snaddy's
we're gonna do
play-by-play.
that.
I haven't watched like
I don't
obvious
think
like
it's
stream,
great,
but I don't think he's a good play-by-play. But like obviously
Yeah,
he's like
yeah.
doing
I
it
guess
with
you just wanna
Kura,
nail
so
it
like
that
Kura doesn't
you
cast
have
at
what you wanna
all.
play,
So
and
make
then what they
Kura
wanna
the
play,
chair
so you
2,
can
and
execute
Snaddy being
the
chair
draft
1,
that
I
they
think
have.
is just fine,
Yeah, absolutely. I'm
honestly.
gonna turn you up one more time. Someone said you're a little quiet. You're good though, don't worry.
But he's
You
good.
should
Like
get
especially,
good
I
and
think
better.
Snaddy's a great chair
Hopefully
too,
that is
man.
all
Like when it
good.
comes to the
And
broadcasts.
yeah, no surprises. Obviously, look at the
I think he
stars
yaps a
from
little
this
too
Jing
much,
Wei.
but like
That is kind of exciting.
that's just who he is as a
Um,
person. He just loves
Try
to
to
chat talk.
shit, if I can remember
Just so
the
monotone puts me to
camera
sleep.
controls of this
Oh,
wonderful
I mean,
game.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to open up
He's
the
a chill guy.
camera controls on my phone.
He's just a very
to
good vibe.
check.
Camera controls on his phone. What?
Okay, so looking all right. So want to make sure nobody messed up. Overall, I think they both look pretty reasonable. It seems like both teams kind of got what they wanted. So definitely not like unhappy in that regard. We're gonna keep our eyes on gold per minute. Yeah, for now. Looking at builds, I don't see anything too crazy. The only thing I notice is that timer's going Sunder on this cab.
Oh.
So expect maybe some,
One thing I hate.
don't know.
I don't know if I can point out.
Something
Okay, yeah.
like that.
That might have been a
The
mistake.
left-hand
I
side. You
feel
guys
like
can't see
they
my
really
cursor
have
for
to
some
punish
reason.
him for
Is that Snaddy's
F1
cursor?
beads, especially with
Were you
the,
originally on the Stewie
no
team? I was
CC
not.
immunity in this
I don't know why in the
yeah,
spectator
absolutely. I mean,
these,
it's definitely like a decent idea.
the items go from left to right as well instead of right to left. How's it going, Joan?
Mid groupage.
No, I'm on the Jotun team, and they pulled me up
But
because Hydra and I work well
we'll have to
together.
kinda see
Kaidon, thank you for the
what
follow.
happens here. A little
Much appreciated,
bit of
man.
skirmish in mid. I'm trying to get these controls right and stuff.
Let me move this out of the
Apologies
way
for
so you guys can
that. I
actually see
think
the
we're
items that
good,
people are
though.
building.
I'm really gonna keep my eyes tethered to this dual lane early. I gotta be honest. I'm excited.
Why? Nothing's going on over there, man.
Yeah, this is
Nothing's
this is
happening
the
in this dual
primary
lane.
beef. I don't
Hydra and
know
I
if
are knowers, man.
Doomsauce and Hydra have any beef, but I feel like if your AEDCs don't like each other, you can't
Yeah.
like the enemy support. You know?
Yeah,
It
exactly.
has to be personal.
There's no beef, man. It's
Exactly,
like
and
it's
both
like
supports going for the normal start, and I
the only
noticed
person I
Doomsauce
know
does
on the
have
left
the
side
shell
is
pickup on
MB.
Apollo, which pretty
Oh, Mario
standard
Bro?
on,
yeah.
Apollo support.
Mario Bro likes to
specifically,
talk the
but I
big
think
talk,
what's
man.
relevant about that is there
But
is
his play style and
potential
when he plays with
going to
players
be a
like
really good fight
Doomsauce,
advantage, just
the way
fact
they
that
want
we
to play
have
is just
Shell
so
in there
clear
and
cut and
Sunder, so
easy.
we'll
Like
see
it's
how
not
that
even
works. Snaddyy
close,
went for
man.
a,
Like you can
invade
just predict it to a
early game,
T.
Spirited Book taking a little bit of damage. I am so hyped for this dual lane. I don't even want to pay
But
attention.
Koba,
But wait a minute, there might
Kobe
be
is
some
a Giga
pressure onto the
OG.
Ra.
Yeah,
We'll go
but
right back to the dual
he
lane.
inted a few
Here,
times. Oh, is he?
and
Oh, he's a
there's
shit
just, like,
talker.
some
He is
big
a
stuff going
big
on. I
shit
don't really know
talker. I don't know
exactly
how
what's
he's
going
been
on. A
as
lot
of
of
late,
counter
but
jungling.
like he
You'd
used to be a
expect
big,
that,
big
from
trash
Stewie and
talker.
Kiba. They both obviously hit the rank.
He yapped the yap, but he couldn't
of
always
different
talk the
ideas there.
talk.
Level 2 hit first by Hydra Spirited Book. A lot of practice here, I guess, also in like synergy with a lot of these players, which is really cool. Normally in these draft leagues, it's kind of like you throw people together, they don't really know each other. Not the case here. One thing I will say, though, is, I mean, look at our good buddy Stuart pathing under, doing this
Supposed
like
to play them this
very,
week. Play who? The Mario Bro team?
very ranked-esque
Yeah,
pathing.
they're trying to
I
make
mean, it
changes,
does work
man.
if you get away
Their
with
roster,
it. It looks like
so
he's getting away
you
with
may
it,
not play the
so,
same team as
potential
us.
speed buff invasion
I don't
there.
know.
think
Kiba.
is
Oh, I don't know actually how
unfortunately
much
just not
I can
really
say. I don't
on
think I can
top
talk
of
about
it
that
because
actually.
It's hard to figure out where people are when you don't have vision. Now realizing
But,
this one bats is
There
on
was
speed,
something that
doesn't
happened
lose
this
it. Level 3
between
Hydra now
weeks.
looking for
What
the
is this?
chains
Week 3?
out of range,
Weeks 2 and
doesn't
3.
bother going for them. We see Mario Bro playing a little bit
Apollo
safe, and it
support.
seems like the
Apollo
early
support
game
is one of the
was
best
a little
supports right
bit
now. I hate
better
it because
maybe
I would
for
love to play this character right now.
Red team here, but it's hard to say.
But man,
And what is happening? Do you have any idea? Uh-oh.
maybe a free agent in the future. Are you a free agent or are you on the trade block? There's a difference.
This is just a bit of a horror, isn't it?
Also, you're only on the free agent block
I
if
feel like both teams are getting a little bit
teams
too
let
crazy.
you.
I feel like it's fine. Yeah, you have your game plan, but like you can play default for a little bit. You don't have to get too crazy off the start. Potentially, you know, not giving yourself a chance to even show.
Bro,
your
the best
shit.
Arrows bow user? Oh, Arrows bow is insane, man.
Yeah.
It goes to shit.
That
Absolutely,
item is
and
so
I want it
good.
to be known that like there may be some shouts of bias in the chat, The thing is like, there's certain players I like on both of these teams and certain players I don't like. Like, I love the ADCs. I love one of the junglers, with my Pele. So it just kind of depends. Oh my gosh, a lot of damage here onto Kiba, though. He is going to be able to be
For
live.
wanted me to
We'll
sit
be
the
calling Starblitz
last set of
Kiba because
scrims
it's
they
more of a
had.
legacy thing. But
Unlucky.
you know, truthfully here, we're just here for some wonderful Smite. I mean, this is basically our closest thing we'll ever have to another Smite land, so let's cherish it
What
together.
a duo lane match. Truly.
And yeah, a little bit of just kind of fighting everywhere. You know, I gotta be honest with you, Kura. I thought for the style of play, and especially what we saw at like level 1, I thought there'd be a kill by now.
Cupid aspect walk so Apollo could run. True.
Yeah, it is.
If they
interesting
buffed
that
Apollo even a little bit, that
they're
character would be
opting
so
to-
good right now with Arrow's
especially with some
bow.
of the early pressure you were saying it at the Pele Raw,
Mhm.
that they are just kind of opting out of, you know, just to scale rather than, you know, look for like maybe a cheeky invade or something along those lines.
Yeah, and I mean something
That aspect should
that
give
I
a bit
like
of CC
Valve
in some capacity,
intentionally
whether
played
it's
first. I was
extending
looking
the
for a little
ulti,
bit of
extending
trade
the
right here.
stun on the
Let's see, is he
one, but
good?
or making
Yeah,
the one
Timer's okay,
easier
hasn't
to
backed just
stun.
yet, so
Like if
we're
that
either
was the
gonna
case,
see,
man,
him get
that
poked
character would be
probably
so
what
good,
he
similar
did,
to Apollo.
especially in the time being. A little bit of bush hiding right here. Could be a 2v2. Remember, Kiba is only level 4. Do you want to take this fight?
Or
I'm
the
not
Vans
sure
this
you
game.
do. They're gonna get spotted here.
Agni
Kiba taking a lot of damage there.
neath
A
by
break
us
from Killcam Kenny. Is it going to be enough
on the
to
Chaos
survive?
side.
Great
They
ultimate from
banned
Post Kobe.
Kali
Is
Sobek.
Killcam Kenny going to take the death here? He's going to get hit by the raw one. Not enough damage. The Aladdin lamp brick as well. Killcam Kenny can't buy a shot. 3 is going to
Ooh,
be good. The
34.
2, it's enough.
First
Post
blood.
Kobe, the substitute, getting a lot of damage. LeBron James with the tomahawk slam onto Kiba, and it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Just like that. First blood for Kiba and friends.
LeBron
Big time
James.
from Post Kobe.
Yeah, I think
Y'all
there
hate
would've been a
Neath?
little,
That
bit
character's
of a
good,
loss
man.
there
Yeah.
That character's
for
really good. We
the
play a
red
game
team,
too.
but
You'll see what I
thankfully
mean.
Valve makes a good
She's
looking
pretty good.
zone to get that kill secured onto Kiba.
Yeah, I mean, I was really expecting that to go quite poor for
Nice,
for
Valve.
Kiba and friends. I don't remember their draft league teams.
Did he just
team
call
names,
him
that's what we're gonna call
LeBron?
them.
He sure did.
But
His
Killcam
name may
Kenny, a
be
lot of
Kobe,
misses
but
right
I
there. Oh
guess
my
he's
gosh, Killcam Kenny
LeBron
going in
now.
again, and he's
Oh,
completely
Kenny.
on his own. He's gonna have to pop the or what is it? Whatever wish, power wish. To
Valve is
survive right
LeBron?
there, and that's just not what you want to see.
LeBron just shutting down
Not
Kobe,
power wish,
man.
excuse me. I think that
How's
was
it going,
Wealth
Kara?
Wish. I don't know because his ult's still on cooldown.
Broken ass
Whatever he
character?
did, it
Yeah,
wasn't any
Neath is
good.
pretty good, man.
And
I don't think she's broken, but I think she's very
great look
good. Yeah.
from Post Kobe Raw, but yeah, the Aladdin looked a little bit shaky.
She's just
there,
really good
and
with the mage items right now, or the int items.
hey,
Excuse me.
First Blood,
No longer
obviously
mage.
great. Not a Valve though, looking solid on this chalk. I think we
Is he
expect to be a
really
little bit ahead in
SOC
the solo lane.
LeBron with no more
Pretty even game
SOC?
still.
He's legacy SOC LeBron at this point.
You know, I did not expect the fireworks to be in this mid jungle. I expected it all in the duel lane. I'm not
No,
actually sure who
Snaddyy.
Post Kobe's
Snaddyy.
subbing in for, or if
How the fuck are we supposed to get active against Apollo on her as Jingwei Ares,
he
man?
is a sub. If he's
We are
starting now,
clearing
they're
that lane
but
on
looking
cooldown. You played
very
solo yet? I
valuable
have not.
so far in this game.
I would. Streets are saying she's OP.
Yeah, so far.
I don't know, man. The streets to me are saying that she's pretty bad until she gets
Is,
6-7
is
items,
our
and then
good buddy
she's really
Kite on
good.
messing up the
And then she's the best character in the game. Once she gets those OP items, she's the best character in the game.
Do we know how to get
Until
the
then,
fire damage
though.
up or what?
She
you
is
just have to hold
garbage.
Space, and then you like drag your cursor
Oh.
over. You're such a bot. All right, very Stewart-esque for you. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Fjolnir. Okay,
playing-
interesting. Yeah.
We're playing one too many games.
That's how she's always been. That
Yeah,
is not how she's
unfortunately,
always
the
been.
lack of talent. Contagious. When it
Season
comes
one,
to
when she was
Mr. Stu.
arguably at her
But
most
Mr. Stu
broken,
is actually
she was
looking
good
for a
at 2
mid-lane. Remember,
items.
post-Kobe, a lot of value. Thank you so
Season
much for
7,
clutch
last
shot. We'll
time
see
she
if
was
the
really
players in this
broken.
lobby can live up to your
She was
name,
good
and we're
after
looking at our
2
good
items,
buddy,
actually, I think, as
Hydra right now,
well. It was
growling
literally
in
you
the
just
jungle,
get
looking for
Deso
some
Divine, and
Kiba
you were
playing
like,
very, very,
you were at
reactive right here, but
one-shotting.
just
I
got covered.
vividly
Not a bad
remember,
play. Hydra
what's his
in a little
name?
bit of trouble, but looks like he will be fine. Bit of path movement, so a
Cherio
little
getting
bit of
nearly
lane training
one-tapped by
going on.
Paul's
Timer really
combo at
struggling
one
in
point
the
at
solo
Worlds
lane
in Season
so
7.
far, just in the trade.
I think
Not
he just
dying
had
or
2
anything.
items or
This
something
cap,
as well.
Not the tankiest, goes prophetic cloak. We're gonna go back over.
He just went
and
full
Kiba,
flat pen.
looking for something on Stewart. Stewart is able to jump away, and no dice. More farming. I can't
It's more like
believe
4 or
it.
5 for current Smite 2
1
or
to
for
1.
past
And
Smite
a
1?
1K gold lead for Stewie and friends. So they've been farming well. at the
Stewie
very
and
least.
friends. Snidey doesn't even know the team names, man.
Yes, what
Black
we think
Manticores
is a
versus,
potential Gold Fury pull.
versus
3
Fallen
people on
Angels.
Timer's side. And I mean, this is macro 101. You can't go over to this side of
Oh.
the map if the Gold Fury's
Oh.
up. But notice Hydra does have
Oh.
Sunder. Can he steal this?
Yeah, he can.
I can't tell. He does. Hydra with a big time steal. Spirited Book. Hydra 2 against 4, able to get the Gold Fury, and timer falls down. Absolute disaster for the blue team right there. Big time play from Hydra and Spirited Book, and they're both able to get out. That is just disaster.
That's what we bring to the table, man.
Beautiful play.
Yeah, that is not what you want to see, especially early on in the set.
This is why you
That set
can't
the
go
tone for a
Sunder,
lot
or you
of,
can't not go Sunder on your
objectives
support,
and Not a
man.
lot of securing.
Yeah, and I think right there you're probably just looking at like, hey, we have Ra, we still have Ultimate Secure, very Smite 1 kind of like concept, right? But no Shell, right? And either Post-Kobe bricks the ultimate or maybe uses it a little bit too early or too late, and it's just not the right.
Sunder is
you know, look.
instant
I think
effective
maybe they were
damage on
thinking
an
we can keep
objective
Hydra
that
out,
does true damage to it.
some
You
way,
can't
or
not go Sunder
at
on a
least,
support.
you know, keep him
Cosmetic
occupied,
Apollo
but
ult?
he has this
Truly.
board, so
He
he's
wanted
able
to ult
get in
me,
very
but
easily, if he needed
I'm just
to,
too
and,
fast.
That's it. So all of a sudden, you know,
Man,
he's
I
gonna
hate
have to
Rage
go
first
lead
item. I know a
overall.
lot of ADCs think
Timer
Rage first
obviously
item is
dies
good,
in
but
1v3,
man, that item
pretty
is so bad
expectant of that.
first.
But just big time. I mean, Hydra
For the-
is showing, you know,
For the same strength and a little bit more gold, I get a bit of attack speed, the same amount of strength, a little bit less crit chance. But every time I crit and as a Jingwei, I crit more with my 2, because once I get points in my 2, I just crit more often with auto attacks. I just have infinitely more attack speed than Mario Bros at this stage of the game. I love Demon
why he
Blade
was
well,
drafted
well
here,
over
right?
Rage.
That's huge. And
Rage
he had a
first.
little bit of a really rough game too, honestly, last set. So happy to see that. Mario Bro jumping in. Not too much damage afterwards, but this is what we were expecting. More aggression in this duo lane.
So you're a Jing abuser? I'm the OG Jing abuser. And if abuser is what we want to call it, listen.
Not knowing how to cast.
If I'm not going to play Jingwei here, that play they just made, those two, the Anher and the Apollo, I die there all the time
Or spectates.
because they just CC me. But Anher knock up, knocks me up, I dash away. Apollo knock up, knocks me up, I dash away.
Griefing our...
They CC me with the Mez. They pillar me against the wall. I ult away. I'm fine. There's literally no other play I have to play this. Like,
but it's okay.
that is just how I have to play the lane. And if that means I have to play that way to take the win, I'm going to do it.
Bit of Fire Giant shenanigans. Not actually with the Fire Giant, just the little Fire Giant rocks. So that's solid.
I'm going to play
Gold
safe,
per minute, though.
farm it
Kiba
out,
at the very bottom of the board.
deal with 2
Looking
people
at
just
that
running at
really-
me the entire
really
fucking
just kinda
series
grief
because
your
that's
game.
all they do and that's
This
all they
Pele,
know how to
which, you know,
play.
Pele is kind of the signature
what it is.
Kiba pick when he was coming over to Smite 2. He actually used to not be a jungler, so he swapped to this more like completely at the advent of this
I'm just talking
game.
trash. That's valid.
This is his kind of signature, you know what I mean, and not really getting any value just yet. So we'll see kind of how it looks as the game
Pele
divulges.
is
Also-
those volatile
Oh,
picks
you guys can't see
where
it.
If you start out slow, might be
SB with the Team Blade first.
very
Comment on
slow
that.
game, so
No,
kinda
don't
wanna
comment
see
on
him
that.
start
It's
to pick up
fine.
the pace here.
Chat is here. Hang on.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and oh, hold up, Spirited Book, a little bit of trouble. He sniffs it out. He's all good post Kobe and Kiba looking
Chat
for
is
double rotation on
guys.
this
Chat is
purple buff.
talking about me. Chat is talking about me,
Not gonna
guys.
really work into a Jingwei if she's aware he was, so no problem there.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's just very
noticing the
predictable of
builds
how
right
these
now, I
two
think
want
this
to play.
is
I played against
storyline
Doomsauce and Mario
Let's
for
get
a
into
long
it.
time. I
Fight
kind of
in
know how
mid,
they
actually,
play.
I'm going to the wrong spot, and this Aladdin just getting away. No ultimate from Kiba expended, so not a big deal, but looking at this dual lane,
I swear
we
to God,
have
you
Spirited Book
didn't-
going Demon Blade, we have Mario Bro going Rage. I think that really shows the difference between these two players. Hold up, there's an Apollo ultimate. 49 damage. Mesmerize. Beads force from Spirited Book. He's going to be playing it safe right there. A little skittish, don't you think?
Yeah, I
No.
think that was a bit of a panic beat.
No, what do you mean? How is this a panic beats? Oh, you guys can see that for some reason. How is this a panic
Spirited Book.
beats? I also thought it was a panic beats at first, but it is actually the play. Pele's on the way, Anher's on the way. Like,
Mario Bro
I'm not
Rage.
sticking around,
I
man. That
think that
Mez
really shows the
takes
difference between these two
forever to
players.
get
Hold
out
up,
of.
There's an Apollo ultimate. 49 damage.
Also, if I waited a second
Mesmerized.
longer, he pins me against that wall and I don't go anywhere.
Beads force from Spirited Book. He's gonna
That
be
play
playing it
is
safe
perfectly
right there.
fine. Snaddy, I love
A
you.
little skittish,
But no.
don't you think?
Yeah, I think that was a bit of a panic beat.
Stewart.
Didn't have the ultimate.
Oh,
Even
Stewart.
in the jungle.
Stewart
Gets the
very
lead,
deep right
jumps
there.
away.
Kiba and the Rotwell is good.
connects.
Oh my gosh, Stewart is just getting absolutely body bagged by Kiba in this match. And a brick from the Aladdin is going to be good post Kobe with another kill. Stewie and Killcam Kenny really struggling in every single 2v2 fight. The side laners have really came to play. But Stewart, where are you? They're calling you a fraud. So far, the allegations.
Can you do an
are ringing
Apollo
true.
Mez
Post Kobe,
impression?
Another kill right there. Beautiful ultimate killing on Mez as it
How does
falls
he
down.
even
That
sound?
was
It's
just
like,
a wonderful pick
oh.
right there.
I actually have a really good
Man.
like fake singer
What do we
opera
even say?
voice, like
Yeah, a little bit.
la la
I mean,
la
'cause
la
we saw
la
the Spirited Book
la.
play, and we were both kind of,
So
I
it's
think,
kind of like,
thinking like
oh.
this is kind of showing like the initiative and the thoughts of the teams, you know, playing safe. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden this fight goes
Play
on.
safe, why not?
Stewie, wrong side of the map, I think, thinking he was going to be okay. But look, post Kobe, that's a fantastic girl. There's not a lot to say
Listen,
about
man.
that besides that's just like
I do
hats off
great.
play.
I do great
And
impersonations.
he's going to be monstrous for it.
I have a good Smeagol from Lord of the Rings.
Raw
I have a good
seems to be
Elmo.
One of those volatile characters where you're either hitting your buttons or you're not.
Um.
And right now, Kobe is hitting his buttons.
Oh, this was just dumb,
Absolutely,
man.
and we're gonna
This
see
is
a
just
lot of
dumb.
damage on
Hydra should
This
not
is
have
the
done
2v2
this,
We were
man.
expecting Hydra getting crit. The Hog is going to be okay.
Didn't help I
Mario
was
Bros.
lagging
Final
this
ultimate
entire
connects,
set, man.
But it's not enough damage just yet. Mario Bros. Still chasing Spirited Book, trying to peel him out. But there's just no way. Hydra just fall down in the 2v2. Mario Bros. Spirited Book. The duo lane battles continue, but a death in mid from post Kobe. That's not
I should have
expected.
packed
Killcam Kenny getting one
high.
for that Spirited Book. A lot of trouble right here, getting 2v1. Has the ultimate, is going to be good. Does he survive this? No. Ultimate from Doomsauce going to be chasing onto Spirited Book. Does he have the dash? The brick on the Apollo ultimate. The one is going to be good. Mario Bro, beautiful auto
Shoutouts
attacks.
to
And
the
that's going
brick.
to be a dual lane 2v2 double kill. What is happening in this set?
That was just so silly by Hydra. I feel
That
like
is
they
such
couldn't do
a
that. Like
freaking-
he's not allowed to do that, man.
Yes.
And they
Such
can't do this
Spirited Book.
immediately because Mario Bro takes half HP.
Hydra.
Yeah, and I mean, that's just at the worst time too, right? Because Gold Fury posturing looking decent here. Notice Timer completely on the wrong side of the map right here. Valve already getting this rotation in. So just looking really strong. And despite the blunders in the mid jungle, when your dual lane is making that kind of a play, you're feeling okay. But now all of a sudden, despite getting double killed, we have red team here. looking for the
Again, we
pull.
just have Sunder and they
Surely
don't,
steal it this
so
time.
they can't even
We'll have to
defend
see
this.
Eyes on him.
'cause
He does have
Cabra's
to
not
roll,
even
remember,
here.
into the Sunder. It's going to be too early. And a second Gold Fury with this Sunder from Hydra secured. Apollo looks like he's in a ton of trouble. Pulled away. LeBron with the ult dunk. Timer is here for the rotation. Stun is going to be good. Spirited Book in a little bit of trouble.
my
Kiba
carry
now
cook?
with the follow-up onto SB.
Stewie
Shock
gave me
does die.
MVP.
Valve is down. Spirited
So I'll
Book is
take it.
down. On her jumps in. Mario Bro looking for more. Not going to be able to
thoughts
get
on the
enough.
current
It's gonna be
balance of the
2
game?
Down.
Hunters
4-1
suck,
for
man.
Doomsauce. Gold Fury secured another.
Tanks
great
are broken
fight for Stewie and
again.
friends.
Hunters
And
suck.
Hydra with this Sunder has been all-time clutch.
I
Yeah.
think
This is kind of the difference.
bro, calling LeBron
One
again.
of your
Listen,
support
it's the
for-
Valve, it's the
Yep.
Valve glaze, man.
Fuck is it? Oh, your
Yep.
support. One support at Sunder, one does not. You know, if your Cabrakan isn't there off the start of these pulls, always
In
in
terms of the
favor of
balance of the
Thunder.
game, it's like
they had the burn.
I think there's a
Yeah,
lot of
they
viable
lose
picks
one
right now,
in
which
the
is really
process,
cool. I think
but,
that's always fun.
overall, I think
I think ADC is a little out of whack though.
It could be trouble for the blue team.
I think there's no clear-cut
Absolutely,
build
just
path, which
one more to get that
variety is
third Gold
always
Fury
nice in
buff,
most games for
which is
different roles,
obviously
but
everything that you want on top of the fact that you're just getting
not
gold.
in the way it is
And,
right now
I mean,
for
look,
Smite.
post-Kobe,
I don't
obviously
mind if
Ultimate's
there's a
really
couple
good
build
top damage
options
right
for
now.
ADC,
Just
but
not able to secure that, but that's
I don't know.
really
My
not on
main
him. That's
issue
just
is
kind of
the
more
amount of
a situation
shields.
on the Sunder
I mean,
issue.
erosion's in the game
You know,
now.
Sunder
That should
from
tackle
Doomsauce
that
can
issue
kind
a
of
fair
go that
bit.
to say, hey, like, we're going to use this to fight in the dual lane and get kills, and they were able to get one. Actually,
My
Doomsauce
biggest
went
issue is
with the ultimate
moments like
onto
this can
SB.
just happen
See if
without
he's
me
able to
being
get
able to
anything
do
right
anything
here,
about
the
it,
knock-up,
really.
And that's exactly what you picked the Jingwei for, right? All that safety right there, completely averting the
But like,
Apollo
like
ultimate
literally
rotation.
yesterday, I had to deal with this exact same scenario as a Cernos, and there was nothing I could do. The game was just over for me. I couldn't play the game because
but
they would just
look, it's all
pull
about
me on
the
cooldown.
objectives.
I couldn't play.
Yeah, and I mean,
He has to use
1500
nothing in
lead.
the process. Keeps his speeds, keeps his ult, getting a cooldown, knows where the support is. Now, red team could be potentially looking at the power man, so they know the support is in the left lane, but they're actually going to take it down and walk it down and see if they can get an invade in the right jungle.
Yeah, and a little bit of poking, nothing too crazy. Spirited Book is in a world of weird positioning. Is he fine here? Does still have the ultimate. The dash is going to be good, and the ultimate even better. Still gets it forced, so not a bad look.
But there's
And,
nothing to
you know,
fight
despite
over.
the two Gold Furies, the game is actually turning out to be pretty even. I'm honestly quite surprised by that.
Yeah, if you're the red team and you have 2 gold furies and you're only up 1k, your lead really
Can
isn't
only do so
expanding.
much when there's
Spirit of Book
heroes
trying to get
in.
from wherever he can, but he is 2 levels down. It makes you think that
Oh, and
this
this raw
honor
pick
has.
too. Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. These carries are really what needs to be shining for the blue team right now.
When there's
Play
heroes
through
in
your
BBB
carries.
and
They're
Shell.
like both of them are
BBB.
fed.
Oh,
So
breast.
I mean,
What is
Yeah,
BBB?
absolutely.
if
And
that honor gets full evolved rage, I think it could be a really big problem. Already having 3 stacks.
yeah, and Stewie, a little bit of a weird spot. Again, this is where he died before, but completely fine in this iteration. One thing you're noticing here from Timer, and this is a really
Bloodbound
rough
book.
situation.
Oh,
When
yeah,
you're a
I think
cat,
that
you're
item's kinda
farming
weird.
slower already on the character, and then you kind of get forced to this
I don't
awkward
feel like that
knee-jerk
item should be working
rotation,
the
and
way it does work
all of a
right
sudden you
now.
just lose a tower. You know, Valve able
But
to
somehow
farm
it's
so
working.
easily on this chalk pick with Aspect. And that's just trouble. You know, we talked about this is kind of the battle of the ahead frontliners versus the ahead backliners. And right now, the ahead frontliners doing a little bit better so far. Stewie, though, is hovering. I think he wants something here. He's going to get Mez out of the
Ooh,
two.
Spirited
Kiba
Book
is
poked out,
here.
though.
Yeah, a lot of damage onto Spirited Book as well, but Stewie's taking a ton here. Mario Bro with the
Honor
on her
comes
ultimates is going to
through.
be beautiful. A lot of damage onto this thing. Another brick from Killcam Kenny, but the beats is still forced from Mario Bro. A lot of damage here. Hydra trying to get out.
Good
Raw ultimate.
Cersei's.
Thought he had the aspect enabled right there. Nothing going to happen, but Valve is here. Can Valve find anything? Timer's rotating a little bit late. Valve missing the one, getting the shell off, going for Kiba, and he's going to get him here in just a second. Bloodforge is good.
Bloodforge.
No kill is going to be happening right there. Rotation from Spirited Book comes back into the fight, taking out Kiba. Can Spirited Book survive now in a world of trouble? Dash in ultimate. A lot of damage onto Mario Bro, but just not enough. He's still sort of trapped into 3. Spirited Book gets the dash out. He lives. A lot of damage now onto Hydra, and he falls down. Huge health gyrations from both teams, but ultimately
Gyrations
Kiba
is
and
crazy,
Friends win the fight.
Snaddy.
Yeah, I mean, it was looking like a good rotation. You had the priority on the Hun Bats that are coming, but
W
Spirit
Jingwei
Book
plus
gets
1? I
poked
agree.
out
I think it's a
by
cool plus
Mario
1.
Bro gets poked at 1 HP, getting forced reset. He does get to come back quick to get a pickup kill because of that
Oh,
Jingwei
Stewie.
Tessa, but
Yeah, Stewie's looking a little bit. Can Stewie get this? No, sometimes Kobe. Excuse me,
Aw.
both Kobe. Both names. I switched them a couple of times, I think. Does manage to secure that Gold Fury just barely. And yeah, dude, that's the thing about this game. I felt like it was all analysis earlier. We could have talked about anything, and now all of a sudden it's just like 3 tempos up, fights all the damn time. I know, secure, but yeah. Go on about the Spirited. Oh, Pyromancer, hold up. Wait a second. We got a problem
yeah,
here
no
if we are
Rault
blue
is
team.
down,
Yeah,
they
no
fall out of
Raul.
reset.
And Hydra does have Sunder, so this might just be a free objective. So at least a really quick bounce back. But I mean, man, stepping away from it, what did we talk about? It was the battle of the frontliners versus the backliners. 3-1-3, 4-0-1 for Post Kobe and Mario Bro, respectively. Big time.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
Is
it's really
Spectral over
important
Nemean?
that,
I think
you
both
know,
are really
if
good.
The game goes the way it seems like this game.
Wait, who, Valve?
The distance. This deficit in the front.
I
line
think Valve
and
goes
the
both,
back
if
line
I'm not
of
mistaken.
each team seems to be kind of evening out. Exactly the same goal, a little bit of level across the board.
Yep.
But I mean, this one looks like it's going the distance.
Yeah, and going the distance is
I like the
exactly what
Spectral
you want
here.
for a bit of
You're
a
dealing with the
grudge
on her crit,
match.
and then
Looking at the builds, I don't think we see anything too crazy. Double Rage, obviously, on ADCs now. But Mario Bro, all 5 stacks completed on this Rage pickup. Remember, with the builds, they go left to right on the blue side, so don't worry that it looks a little bit weird. That's a Rage
I don't know
first
why
time
they
for
changed that. They
Mario
need to
Bro and
fix
everybody
that.
else, consecutively.
Needs to go right
So
to left.
a little bit of a gank on
Change this
SB
comp, it's not that
potentially
bad. Yeah,
happening.
you're
There's
against
pressure
triple
in
auto
mid from the red
attackers,
team, but
basically.
looks like probably nothing will happen either way from both sides here. Spirited Book, I think, well aware that something is a bit off. And he's going to win spread out, so he'll be okay.
Mario Bro now does have the 5 stacks on Rage, so whoever's in front of this on her is getting hit very hard. Valve does have Spectral now, but this Ares kind of
Playing
squishy.
against
It only
Goobus like
has
every other
one-
game. Valid.
Not even one true physical item. We'd really like to see a Spectral or a
Just some kind of defense, really, right? Like anything.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Spectral Nemean. Yeah.
A Spectral or Nemean.
Yeah, absolutely. And mid tower is going to fall down here post Kobe, obviously. Just a little bit late, but I think not hating it too
Man,
much.
Doom
Spirited
Sauce
Book.
loves me,
Oh,
man.
this is the Apollo. I thought this was a Mario Bro 1v1, but it's just the Apollo. The Hunter support really baiting me right there. SB getting a ton of damage off, though, and the crits are going to be good. Phantom Shell is going to be forced from this Apollo. Does not win the 1v1 into SB. A lot of damage onto him. The Mesmerize is going to be forced. There's going to be like a 3-man fight over here. A brick from SB, and unfortunately, it's not going to be enough right there. A lot of damage, though, still forced Mario Bro. A lot of trouble here.
The fuck is a
Have to
brick?
wonder the Doom Sauce positioning, what he was looking
Why
for.
does Snaddyy keep saying
They
a
do manage
brick?
to
Is he
survive,
talking
but
about the
look
health
at Timer.
bars?
He's completely caught out, trying to rotate to help his team. I think not really getting the gist of the team fight. So we'll see if this is going to be a huge problem. I'm sorry, I'm going all over the place. A lot of damage onto Timer. This is still a Kabrakan, and they're looking to dive here a little bit.
I don't know.
Great
Yeah, I
move
don't
from
know
Timer on
either.
the backside there.
Brick's like a
with
miss?
The,
Oh.
post-Kobe roll, but not
Supposed to
enough
be like the
damage
brick
onto
by the
Valve.
window
Kiba
type
beats
thing.
force
It's like
from
a
the
basketball
Aries.
slang.
No
Ah,
escape.
okay. That's why I'm not a
And
knower,
it is
because I'm
gonna be a
Canadian and I
group
don't
fight
really play
around
basketball
this tier
anymore.
1
I
tower.
used to.
Very awkward
Quite tall, so.
positioning.
But I was
It's
never
just
really
for
any
a
good
team
at
fight
it.
to be
I was
had.
way better at soccer.
Did
Yeah.
the Aries not just ult the Kabrakan by himself? No way of getting
He
out
did
of
have
it.
team
Oh, he
beats,
does
so
have
I
beats.
suppose,
Oh,
yeah, I
he has
suppose he was
beats.
just like wondering. But even then, I mean, it's a better cooldown, right, to force, so probably would have just liked to do that initially, but they're going to keep this standing on this fight. Mario Bro, look how poked he is. And
I
obviously
agree
we
with
have the
Doug,
rock
man.
heals,
Why
but not
are
a-
we-
Stewart, 4-man, 5-man, no escape. A lot of beats forced, and that's
escape.
going to be
Fear
it.
no
That
evil.
is such a big ultimate from Stewie right there. And look,
Yeah, getting
Gold Fury
both
is coming up.
backline beads with that Humbat's ult. Oh. man.
Yeah, I mean, that's just big time right there. Gold Fury's still up, so good old Stewie and friends are going to be looking very, very happily at this potentially, or they're just going to reset. And this is not what you expect to see a lot of the time. The team that gets all their relics for staying, but you know, it's a brand new
That's a good
game,
question,
and
Doug.
yeah, like, you know, listen, I guess they caught Valve backing, and they're looking for the lazy back force. Can they get this? If they do, they do. It's a disaster for the red team. Kobe with the raw ult secure, and they are just hauling ass right now. Can they defend the Fire Giant, though?
It's been an Aladdin ult fight? Not really. Aladdin ult's kind of finicky. You really need to be like able to guarantee
have the bomb.
your
Relics are
fights
down. People are kind of late.
and your
Expect to see
1v1s
Doomstar
if you're
look for an
gonna
Apollo ult.
lamp
No,
someone
he doesn't
into
know that the
the
character does that. No, he does. Never mind the Apollo ult with. Oh, it doesn't even take the player. I mean, what a disaster of a rotation right there. Fire Giant going to be pulled by 5 here from Stewie and friends. Doom Sauce in the air. Ultimate down onto Spirited Book. Mesmerize. A lot of damage here. Can they secure the objective? It's Hydra going to get it with the Sunder. That's exactly what you're expecting. Timer, a little bit of damage, but this fight's not that good. Remember, relics are down.
Oh,
Cold is Mario
yoink.
Bro. He's going to fall down. Now Doomsauce trying to get out of here. It's a 1-0 with the Fire Giant. A hectic trade, and it's all going bad for Kiba and folks.
Yeah.
So I missed it. Yeah, I don't think
Humbat's
there has
ult hits
been.
the Holy Spirit, but thankfully, Hydra putting in.
I don't even
work
remember how I
to
finished
pull
this
back that
game
honor.
scoreline
Now looking
wise.
to walk it down mid. They do have options. They do have their ults back up on the side of the blue. A lot of big cooldowns on the red side. But it looks like
Oh.
they're actually just going to back up and take this
Oh.
Pyromancer. Smart play.
Yep, Stewie deciding
Alright
to go
then.
farm almost level 20, so getting that starter item could be huge. Valve obviously almost at that starter too. A lot of big spice going in, and
SPL.
I mean, look, you have to be really like Stewie with the big Hunbat ult. Literally
Dude,
5 minute
Sooslayer
force
is
and so many
easily one of my
relics is
biggest
a big,
haters, man.
part
That
of but,
guy just loves to just
you know,
like.
there's a couple of silly things right there. You know, we're seeing
Just yap.
obviously the entirety of blue team reset, and it felt like there wasn't that much urgency on the team across the board to get to the Fire Giant. I mean, we saw people kind of like fasting mid, then walking opposite side of Fire. We saw Doomsauce not bringing anybody into the Apollo. If he brought Timer, you know, do you have like a better hold there? Remember, Timer does have
Yeah,
Sunder.
absolutely.
Just a lot of, I think, really questionable moments. And I think that was just one of those moments where it's like, you know, we're losing the game. We get a huge objective. All of a sudden, we think we're back in it, and then we lose something, and it just kind of
Yeah,
all
not
goes to
utilizing
shit.
the pieces they have.
Exactly.
I do want to say though, while we have a little bit of downtime while the red team is just, finishing up their items, what do you think of this Pele build going the Linnean's bow into Bloodforged?
Ooh, yeah. I mean, look, I guess
You
the
know, with
idea.
Reaper just being
Yeah.
and Serrated just being buffed. makes you
Yeah.
think,
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
serrated
why not
being missing
lean
here
into one of those
from
items?
Kiba's
Yeah, I
build
mean-
is kind of criminal. Oh my god, Snaddyy. You know what, Snaddyy? You better be thanking me, man. I'm giving you cash right now. I'm giving you cash money. Fuck this Ron guy. Lirnerian on Pele? Yeah, I don't know. I think he thought that he needed anti-heal, but I don't know. can make those work. Scrims on Tuesday and Wednesday, maybe. I don't think Thok appreciates. I mean, Brawlers is right there. Brawlers is right there. What the fuck was that? What? 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 What is this ad? Wait. What the fuck? Okay.
Not
Yeah.
getting a lot of practice on the new patch. Just
Okay.
coming out,
Oh.
so maybe feeling a bit more comfortable with the numbers you have. Definitely a bit of an odd idea, but I suppose it's all forgiven if he's able to get something here. No Kiba, a lot of trouble right now. Ultimate from Post Kobe is going to get the 1-for-1 trade here. Can
They
Timer
just
do
shouldn't be
anything
here.
to get this fight? Okay, Mario Bro is 1v1ing on the side.
There's no
Valve,
reason
that's not a good fight for
them to be
him.
this far
Stewart,
out.
though, what is he doing here all by himself? Very, very low. Is going to be able to survive, but it looks like Red Team was looking for picks. Oh my gosh, Spirited Book dominating Post Kobe right there, all by himself.
Attacking for 500.
Yeah, I mean, this Jingwei with the big autos is looking absolutely awesome. The shotgun is loaded on the Jingwei, and 9
Holy,
barrel shots in a row.
I finally
Freaking
got
logic.
pen and
I mean, yeah, that
attack
was
speed,
beautiful
man,
play
so
right
I
there.
could play
At
the
first, I thought Kill Kim
game.
Kenny really tossed.
Oh my god, I got
Post Kobe
starter
getting a
and
fantastic
Exy,
snipe,
and
but
the game could be played.
you know, you're happy as blue team for that. That's your Fire Giant. You're kind of wasting here, but I mean, what even was that fight? I'm still confused by what was happening there.
Yeah, they kind of committed onto the Pele who had beads and.
We
kinda
just
got a
shouldn't be
crazy
that far up
turnaround
on the
and
right there.
Had his boys with him. I think after they probably clean up that Aladdin, they probably just call it quits. Take your advantage, fight the 5v4, firm it up. Their Fire Giant is soon falling off, so I think, you know, probably could have been in a better position to defend this Gold Fury, but I think
Yeah.
overall, you lose what? They lost 1 tier, 1 tower. Who's
Yeah.
gonna lose 1
Oh,
Gold Fury?
Gold Fury.
I mean,
yeah.
I think you're fine with that.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to defend this a little bit, though, but of course, Hydra, just clinical with this Sunder, going to be able to secure over the 200 damage Apollo ability. And there's going to be a bit of a fight. You're wondering, what is Doomsauce doing without the Sunder so far up? Going to fall
Yeah,
down.
this is criminal.
Clinical
We'll watch
with
that
this
one
Sunder,
time.
gonna be
When
able
was
to
this set?
secure
Literally
over the
tonight.
200 damage Apollo
I
ability.
wanted to stream,
And
but I
there's
had a
gonna be bit of
migraine
fight.
earlier, so I
You're
was like, I'm
wondering,
not streaming.
What is Doomsauce
Yeah,
doing
Doomsauce
without
just
the
can't be
Sunder
there,
so
man.
far up? Going to fall
And
down. Kiba all of a
he
sudden
spates his entire
just
team.
completely decimated by this Aladdin pick, and a tier 2 is going to fall down. You know, why are we full commit kind of contesting an objective when we don't have Sunder? I mean, we do on Timer, but he doesn't even have it up, so what's the point?
Yeah, kind of walking in after the objective was done, but
Oh, Timer in
getting
trouble.
pulled to the back line.
Oh, Kobe's
is
so
off the
close right
mark.
there.
Not
Yeah.
looking good.
And it looks like
Aladdin
Kill Kim
overcommits,
Kenny is
though.
going to end, but he does get the reset right there. Mario Bro taking a lot of damage, is going to be able to back
There's
up.
no
but
real
you've already
reason to
lost
get the
3.
reset off there from
Doomsauce is
Kenny.
coming up soon. Timer, is he going to be able to kill Stewart? Of course he is. And Mario Bro now has to get out here. Does he have the beats? He does. No escape. Not going to be good on him, but it's good on Timer. Can Timer survive in this instance? Looks like he's okay for now. Left Phoenix does fall down. Mid Phoenix still weakened. A lot of damage here from Mario Bro with the Lernean bow getting crit. Spirited Book looking for the 1v1 in the Titan room. Not going to be enough. Disengage. Can still get mid. Remember, these Phoenixes are weak. No Fire Giant, though, at this point. Doomsauce looking for the dive by
I feel like
himself. Spirited Book
Lenurian is
beats
kind of bait, man.
is forced Valve Game
Aladdin is
Ultimate
back, though,
on the way back. Yes,
with
and
the
this
revive
Aladdin is
wave.
back. Look at Kill Kim Kenny. Can he do something in this fight? He's going to run away. That's okay, though. Distracting. And look how split Timer is. But there's not enough damage onto Timer with the
Like,
entirety of Red
it's
Team backing
in
up.
theory, it's good,
Ultimately,
right?
Left
It
Phoenix does
crits.
fall.
Crits really
Very
good right
hectic,
now.
Very scrappy fight. But Stewie,
But like,
and
man,
company
you
are
gotta be
feeling
able to
good.
kill tanks. Tanks just got a ton of
Yeah,
new
I
OP
mean, they're
items.
Totally fine. I think they just give up that Gold Fury and his posture for FG.
Like,
You had
there's
it
just
on your
no
mid
real
board, which is,
point
you
of
know,
going
one of the easier
Lenurian.
lanes to control,
Absolutely.
especially in a Fire Giant dance.
Mhm.
I think you just take your losses there. Overall, you had a pretty good defense when the enemy team had Fire Giant.
Mhm.
Kind of threw it at the end when they didn't even have Fire Giant. You know, kind of. But now, having to defend this Fire Giant and your base is broken, going to be having to deal with those fire waves sooner rather than later.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, look, Fire Giant now is going to be the big object of contention. Maybe after a Pyromancer, remember, Hydra does have Sunder. So any objective fight, if given enough space, is going to be great for this red team. Timer in a bit of a weird spot is going to be okay. Remember, Stewie does have this ultimate. Does he look for it? Team Beads Going to be used for the Chalk Axe. Wasn't aware of the CC on that ability. And Pyromancer now going
Used
to
it for
be.
Aesir.
Oh, okay, my bad, my bad. Yeah, the Chalk. Yeah, the
Anyone
Aresol
I see
going to
build
be
kin
used from
size?
Hydra, forcing the team beats from the Cabra.
Look at this. Look at these items, man. Look at this. Look at these Cabra items, and tell me I don't need kin size. Spectral. What the fuck is this? Team Bees. I think that has health on it. Mystical has health on it. I can't remember if Prophetic has health on it. Look at this mid laner, man. There's some HP there. Look at this support, man. HP. I don't remember if this one gives HP. No HP. I think this one actually. Is that Team Beats? I think it's Team Beats.
Racket.
If it is,
Pyromancer secured.
Yeah. I know. I'm
from
saying I don't know why
Spirited
others don't
Book.
build it.
Book.
That's going to be big time. And I mean,
And
looking
Spirited
at the
Book
player
gets a
damage.
tower kill as well.
Yeah, looking at the
This
player
guy is on
damage.
fire.
Spirited Book on fire. I mean, this is his second week in this league. This is week 3 of the whole league. A call up, and looked really good despite the loss last week. Top damage.
Dude, I
with
cooked
Valve.
last week.
Fantastic ADC gameplay. Not that Mario Bro has been a slacker either in this match, but just really big time performances
I
across
think
the board.
I think the problem is everyone wants Lanerian in their build right now in ADC. You guys can't see it, but I'm pointing at Lanerian bow down here that Mario Bro has. And the problem with Lanerian bow that I'm finding is it just doesn't give you a good passive. Like the active's really cool, right? The active crits, you know, it's a big burst of 3 shots that crit and they apply anti-heal. In theory, that's fantastic. However, tanks are building a ton of HP right now. And you got to be able to chew through that as an ADC. And if you go triple crit items, how the fuck are you going to... And Lanerian, how the fuck are you going to do that? You need a Titan's Bane. Titan's Bane is a must right now. Now, you can either double down on burst against carries with Lanerian, or you can do the classic ADC job, which is kill the fucking tanks and go for a kin size and an Nexi.
From this red team so far. We'll see what happens here. Valve
And-
looking for a bit of a...
And if the enemy team doesn't build health and you don't need a kin size, just get the prot shred of Nexi and Titans and go oboe. And you have a ton of attack speed.
zone. Mario Bro taking so much damage. He's already going to be low. Fire Giant still healthy. Remember, you do have this Raw 4 healing. But we need to see something from this front line to disrupt this, or else it will just go down. Kiba clearing out waves, trying to rotate over. Mario Bro taking a lot of poke, and Timer is just going to fall down here. Spirited Book does get hit by the Raw ult, but the Aladdin ultimate finally will hit somebody. Doomsauce now in the 1v1. Mario Bro in so much trouble right here. Spirited Book does fall down from the Kiba flank, and he's going to
this
be able
was
to
a
get
good
one.
flank.
That's a
I just
huge
didn't
kill
see
on the
Kiba around
ADC.
this corner.
No kill onto Doomsauce. Spirited Book unfortunately does die, but we do get the trade onto Kiba and Timer. But you're happy
Notes.
about that. I mean, that
The
looked like
objective,
disaster. Yeah, that looked like disaster for Blue.
Yeah, look really bad. Timer getting picked early. The Raw did connect.
Oh, this was
Uh-oh,
just
wait a minute,
criminal,
but Kobe,
man.
Where are
This
you? And
was
you're all by yourself, and you're
criminal.
just going to fall down to kill Cam Kenny in the choke. I think they were worried about a Fire Giant pull, but there wasn't enough damage, so completely unnecessary. A great pick. I think they were probably bush camping or something. If you're Kobe there,
No,
you
we
just
weren't
have to
even
be
bush camping.
patient.
We were
Yeah.
just trying to back.
You have to be a little bit more aware. You killed, you know, Hunbat's Aladdin can do a Fire Giant, but it's going to take a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Without their Jingwei, I think you just have to
play it
play a
slow.
little bit patient. Wait for Doomsauce to come back. Timer is respawning soon. I think you just have to play a little bit smarter there.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, like, Kobe has had a very good raw game, so obviously sometimes a mistake will happen, but one thing I don't love from him is this Jade Scepter. I think in a game where Cersei's exist, you should just be building it. So
Agreed.
much safety,
Yeah,
survivability.
absolutely.
I
Hunbat's
think it would be
being
helping
knock
him
up
so
immune
much.
is 2.
Exactly.
Ares
Yeah.
being knocked back immune is 3.
Yeah.
Jingwei, you know, can kind of
Not
give
really
him a
carrying.
dash to even get
Yeah,
deeper.
and the Fire
Exactly.
Giant. Yeah, and the Fire Giant here, I think it's just gonna be pulled. And look, the entirety of Blue Team not prepared, not ready. Kobe's still dead, and you know that late pick that was again extremely unnecessary for Kiba's team onto Kobe, paying its share of pain. Gold Fury is going to go down in a trade, so at least you have something to defend. I think if we see this Blue Team look and kind of group for a pick and try to get something happening, maybe they can stall, but I love this decision-making from Stewie's team, assuming they decide to stick with this, which is let's just, like, press up and shove. Now, granted, Stewie's not actually here, but I think they're just trying to show presence to make sure, hey, we're not going to get flanked and picked. And very smart. You know, they wasted a lot of fire time. We have 200 seconds at this Phoenix. If you're getting barely any damage off, you have so much time, you'll be okay. So, yeah, I mean, this decisiveness is great. We'll see, though. They're very afraid. It looks like they're doing a 3-1-1 split or a 1-3-1 split. with Stewie on the left side trying to take this 1v1 into Kiba. We're going to have Valve on the flank because, again, he takes no damage. But no, actually, we're going to have Doom Sauce looking for the ultimate. Again, this is both tanks here. So they're going to go on Stewie, forcing the beads. Remember, he does have daggers, so he's completely fine. Mid-fight now going to be happening a little bit. Valve a little bit split, and oh my, Spirited Book takes a lot of damage there. Kobe Raul off the mark on SB, but still hits this chalk. Weird trade right now, and poke targets on both sides.
I gotta stop getting hit by Raw.
I'm not sure what the siege is, but look at Kiba just completely alone in the jungle and gets 1v1 by Stewie. Gonna fall down right there. This Hunbats with Fire Giant is just so powerful, especially with Dagger. Not the fight you want to take, and well, it looked like almost could have been disaster for Red Side. Is looking fantastic with the pick.
I don't know why
Now you
Kiba
have,
has
obviously,
Pendulum
Stewie
Blade
splitting on
and
the side.
not.
Valve can also go.
First of all,
split,
not
and
Brawlers.
Phoenix will almost certainly fall in the next
Second of
couple
all,
seconds.
not.
Yeah, it makes you think that.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't know why he
they're
doesn't have
not
Brawlers
more
and
confident.
Pendulum Blade.
There's ultimate. Oh my gosh, it's going to be wonderful.
Brick
The
15
team
beats.
beats is just an absolute horror right there. Mario Bro, though, finding
no.
a way to survive. That is the ADC passive right there, but not the same can be said for Doomed Sauce. This Apollo support has been absolutely horrid this match. He will fall down a third time and potentially final time post Kobe on the backside, just trying to find a way to get out, I guess, right? But Valve, another great ultimate here. Timer now, so much trouble, is going to be able to survive, but can they stop the damage on this Titan? Oh, autos are good from Mario.
I didn't
Bro.
even
5K,
realize that
4K.
Stewie went
It's not going to be enough.
Aspect until
Yeah, it makes
he.
there's a lot of mistakes.
Oh
in
wait, hold
game.
up, Kiba kill? No, not enough. Yeah.
No.
I didn't know he went
No,
Aspect
a lot
until
of
suddenly
mistakes made
Stewie
on
showed
both-
up my lane
Actually,
at one
this
point,
Apollo was picked what?
and then just like stunned someone in front of me. I'm like, oh, all right.
First pick of the draft. You know, with the draft thing, it's hard because sometimes you're like, okay, well, the draft was fine and we lost. And we weren't talking about the draft being an issue until they lost. But it's less about the draft here, and it's more about, like, we just did not see it executed
draft.
well. Like, that's the problem.
So
right?
we first picked
Where the raw pick looks
They first picked Apollo, just for context, because it's out of order. They first picked Apollo. We countered with a bots Neath. Then they picked Chuck on her. Then we picked Mordred Ares. Then they picked Pele Raw. Then we picked Jingwei.
fantastic. Starblade, nothing. Like
Realize
that. Yeah,
needs
Sunder.
to get Sunder.
Yeah,
The same
he
comp,
runs
basically.
back-
Yeah, and so did
If
we.
he runs it back with the shell,
A little
I think
different. Like it's
it
literally
might
just
be
different
Yeah.
soul laner,
probably get
basically.
Sunder on.
So a
Oh
little
my, he's going to
different.
Shell again. Oh, it's just an absolute horror. I mean, no, and I 100% agree with you. I think another thing here is just, oh my, and he's going to Shell again. Oh, it's just an absolute horror. I mean, do we ever learn?
no.
It seems like we don't. And
If Sunder goes-
Doom Sauce
Sunder
doesn't
gets
learn. He
Sunder
went
is so
shell
bad.
again.
yeah, I totally agree. Don't like this Sunder on the chalk pickup at all. I turned the sound a little bit, so I hope it's a bit better. But yeah, again, like, I guess if you look at both drafts and have an experience for X reason, and then we just refuse to adjust it, take a couple of, and
No
we'll
way he
for
goes
that a little
Lenurian
bit,
twice?
Hydra
I don't
again,
think he
obviously, it
does.
changed.
I
Looks
can't
like
remember what he
no
went.
to pick them over there. They did get double killed one time, and yes, obviously that's like huge. Oh, a lot of damage here onto Kobe. Is he gonna be okay here? But this is looking bad.
Not giving yourself the best chances of winning. You have
Absolutely.
these tools that it's just minor adjustments.
All right, chat.
know,
This is gonna be a
maybe
rough
they don't
one.
see or
This is the
realize.
one where they literally just
Simple
sat
as
on
just,
me.
like a relic
Doom
switch
Sauce
up.
did
I
not
do
leave
like
this
Timer Not
lane.
necessarily going the Sunder.
Yeah,
I feel like it's kind of puts him in a weird position
it
where
does. Yeah.
on chalk, you don't necessarily want to be in the pit, right? You want to be
Definitely not.
ahead, getting damage, getting a big ult. in the
Zero
back
Blink for
lane.
having to the game
So
I
like
love.
that, but,
Blink is comp
you know,
banned right now.
It is a lot of pressure on this rock.
I don't know why, but literally going into the set, Valve said that Relic is comp banned and we can't play
I
it.
can
I'm like,
see
oh,
that,
okay.
but
We weren't
with
gonna
this-
use it anyways,
With this
but
comp, I don't think you're ever flipping.
for real, yeah,
objective.
it must be bugged in some
Yeah, absolutely.
capacity.
And I mean, look, one thing that I am somewhat excited to see is like maybe, maybe timer on this pick is going to be a little bit less quiet.
For a
'cause
bit,
I
it
do
was
think
bugged
it's
where
quiet
you
on the
could
cap.
blink, and if
So
you
maybe
time your
there's a bit more
animation right, you
fireworks
could
in the
blink,
solo
cast your
just
animation,
impact, from
put
the
yourself
pick.
technically in
You know, it
combat,
seems
so it
like
would take
whoever
the
gets shot
combat
tends to, like,
blink
kind of drop a
rotation
nuke,
first.
in all these RSL games.
So it'd literally go to a
maybe,
3-second timer
the
for
same
your
happens
blink.
here, and to his credit, timer looking really good so
It
far.
was
in
really
this lane.
bad.
Big thing here.
It
with
wasn't,
this
like,
matchup is actually I just noticed
stupid
timer-
easy
oh,
to
no, he did go
replicate,
Aspect,
but it
sorry, I
was
looking at the wrong thing.
generally
But Timer
on
goes
certain
6 health
gods you
spot
could
build, and
consistently
Valve goes a
replicate it.
3 health
Yep.
spot build. So for the solo
Yep.
lane junkies over here, Really, really bad if
That was
you're
a bug
moving
last
here and you're
patch.
fighting and you're losing the fights. This is like dreadful because now you have no pots and you're completely doomed pressure-wise. So
So it had to be
time to be a
comp-banned
little bit ahead in the
for a
start.
while. And
if
then
he
it got
plays this well,
uncomp-banned
he
and
can
then it's
convert this to a lead all
recomp-banned
game.
again.
So hopefully he does that for his sake.
So who knows why this time?
Yeah, I mean,
Could be anything.
look, we'll see. Maybe Killcam Kenny. Maybe they're thinking like our draft with this Apollo support is going to feel a little bit better without the Aladdin dive, even though I thought Killcam Kenny was largely inconsequential in that last match. We'll see. I like, though, at least so far, we're noticing... Oh, notice. I thought maybe Kiba was going to look for a dual lane rotation. Maybe now looking for a mid lane rotation here, though. Killcam Kenny gets the dash forced early.
Bye, Kenny.
Beads forced, body blocks from Kiba
Bye, Kenny.
look decent, good damage.
How is he
but
alive
just not
there?
enough.
If that's me,
And I mean, that just
I'm
shows...
dead there.
Notice Kiba level 3
Not because I
on
don't
this
juke
daylight,
everything, but they just hit
use
everything
force,
on me,
so
man.
a little bit of counter jungling not really working out for him. And you have
That's
to
a
imagine
that's
if it
a
was
luck
further,
difference
that
rather
is
than
dead.
a
Did force the beats,
skill diff.
that's kind of what you want this Pele to do. Pace push, no kill. It's not the end of the world.
W
But you
pre-beads. It
really
was a
did
very
need
good
that. Look,
pre-beads.
He is already level 5 on this Hunbats. Uh-oh, and look at Kobe in mid. Wait a second. This could be real, real bad. I'm sorry. I'm going all over the place. Look at this rot in mid, though. Are they aware? Oh, Kiba does spot it out. Does absolutely save Kobe right there. Because I don't think he was aware of the flank.
Otherwise, he's dead AF.
Yeah, but this
lot
guy's
of tension.
beads force there for sure.
Yep.
Potentially a kill for first blood.
And, yeah, Relics...
I don't remember
being
who got
used.
first blood this game. I want to say
Thankfully,
we did.
Nothing happening just yet. To the Apollo's credit, although we haven't been the biggest fan, it's generally had pretty good pressure, at least in the laning phase. Speaking of which, I love this adjustment from Stewie, playing on this dual lane and just invading the buff. And really, when Apollo, you take away the pressure point from him, and now the dual lane's a little bit behind, doesn't do too much, right? So this invade from Stewie, very smart. I think a very great look. Look at this mid lane pathing here. Killcam Kenny under some duress. I'm going again all over the place. I apologize, but all of a sudden now Kiba, a lot of trouble, and he's just going to be gone.
First
Valve
blood,
rotation right there as well.
lads.
Pulling this Triton's Conch Rush on the Mordred, and first blood for Killcam Kenny into a blue buff invader. Remember, no secure here besides the Choco is going to be able to get it, but I mean, disaster has already struck in this early game. Red buff invades are going to be happening now in this mid jungle, which remember, Killcam Kenny Stewie last game kind of struggling. All of a sudden off to a great start, and a lot of you have to credit this Hunbats just like chase down damage, CC everything.
Absolutely, and with the Humbats getting the invade on the purple buff, that's the other dual lane hit 5. Ares ult getting both carrier relics because Honor not having the ultimate for CC is still level 4. So
Good catch, girl.
Yeah.
not looking too great across the map for the blue team right now.
Yeah, absolutely, and I mean, that's kind of the big... Oh, Okay, I thought my game went stasis. We had so much backline like success as blue team, and that was really all that kept the game close. Now all of a sudden, with the mid jungle falling a bit far behind, like a close game, because if blue team look for an early Gold Fury posturing with the Ra, or will they respect the Sunder? You absolutely can if you're blue. You just have to be mindful of this Ares. Is he poked out? Is he around? Does he have Sunder up? And
Top
if
3
you can
ADCs you'll
keep
want
away,
next.
it's just a good
Hachiman,
idea, just
Heimdallr.
sort of, can we execute and make it work? Like even in a spot like right now, your dual lane has pressure. Mid jungle is on the wrong side of the map.
Ooh, it's a good one. I don't know who my
At
third,
least
but definitely
thinking
Hachi
about it,
Heimdall.
Is that an option? We'll have to see. I really don't know, and I think that's one of the exciting things about these games. You never really know what the plans are when you're not in the comms.
Yeah, I think it wouldn't be the worst idea to send Kiba over, to try and maybe force the
Spirited
Ares
Book.
to use the summon.
A lot of damage onto him. Ultimate is going to be forced. Kiba, though, does still have the ultimate. Knockup is going to be good.
Good Ishtar
Ultimate
up there
a
for
little
you.
bit,
Yeah, a lot of people like
lazy
Ishtar.
afterwards, unneeded. Double
I
shell is going to be
don't.
used from Doomsauce. Hunbat's ultimate. A lot of CC on them in the tower. This was that combo we were so worried about. Now, Doomsauce in so much trouble here. Mario Bro had beads.
Oh no.
Oh, it's a disaster.
Oh,
They
no.
thought that they were...
Chat. Before we talk more about what ADC we would also like added to Smite 2, let's all take a moment. After all this time, Mario Bro still can't find his relic keys. He's only got one this time now. It's because it's Smite 2. Mario Bro still can't find his relic key, man.
were safe because they didn't see the Hunbat, so they let themselves get pulled by the Ares. And Mario
Ishtar would be a good one.
no
I like
reason to
Chernobog
shell
though. I
force
think
from
Chernobog would be a
Doomsauce.
fun
A
ad.
complete waste there as well, and you have to wonder, I mean, What is the
I feel like
point of the
Trinobot
shelf?
could
That's
have a
all it's
cool
gonna
+1
accomplish.
with
Nothing.
his combo already being a cool thing.
I mean, look,
like
a
his
great
1-2.
pick onto Spirited Book. I thought Kiba played that really well. A little bit unfortunate.
Who else is there?
The kill. I
Scotty
just
would be
didn't
cool.
think he trusted in his damage enough. But look, shades of game 1. What's happening?
Hoi
Gold Fury
Hoi's
hold?
would be fun
Oh,
too.
this
I don't
time,
know.
actually,
I don't
respecting. I'm
think
surprised.
Hoi
Oh,
would
it's
actually
Hydra's gonna sunder
do
up.
well in this map. I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's a lot of weird bounce spots
So,
that I
good
feel like
presence
just
right
wouldn't
there.
benefit the
But,
character.
yeah,
Expecting
man. I
Kobe.
mean, just so
Kobe
like.
walking up,
Oh, uh-oh.
gets his
Uh-oh. Ooh, shoots. You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
gets it-
He's okay.
getting his beads forced.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Cherno
yeah,
Monk
that's
S,
what
dude.
I did.
Cherno's
Disaster
fun,
in the
man.
Yeah.
soul lane. Not a Valve. Giving him the work. Gets the shell
Uh-oh.
force.
Slow's good. He's got
gets
the
slow,
one. It's money.
And that's it.
Timer is down, and the spam laughing from LeBron, Valve, James is going to be good.
I hate
Solo
it here,
kill right
man.
there. And if you were wondering if he would take a step off this chalk, the answer is no. And a beautiful kill. Spirited Book, Ultimate Force in this duo lane. No, that was a visual bug. He's completely fine. Yeah, I mean, look, a lot of fighting. The solo kill for Valve is huge. The lead is not gigantic, but I'm
dude,
already
go
not
farm
loving
your
the
own
Apollo,
stuff,
I gotta say. I
man.
know he's got a kill. That was all Kiba. So
X-Ball would be dope
we'll see, but
too.
look, this is the
No,
pressure you
I
wanna see onto
disagree.
Spirited Book. Can you get this value? Look at Kiba on the rotation. Doomsauce breaking the Apollo ultimate. What is going on in this fight? Mario Bro is gonna get it. The ultimates have been beautiful, but Kiba now in a lot of trouble. Is he going to be able to get away? The ultimate out is good, but the hog
A lot of
follow
credit to the
from
team, man.
Hydra
No,
is
most
Trump.
teams
He's
leave me to
forced-
die, man,
no,
and go get something on
remember,
the side of the
he
map.
uses
But at least we're
Aesir
getting
and
kills
Kiba
in
is gone
return when
here.
I die.
And a great pick from Hydra. Sunder's still up. Will they look at the objective? Look at Doomsauce, wrong spot of the map, getting chased by the solo lane rotation, and he is certainly
Just 3
dead
people
here.
in my lane, 8 minutes in. What can you do?
What's happening, man?
I don't like X-Ball just because of the type of character he is. He's kind of weird in that he's his best part of his kit is his one, and it relies heavily on mana, so you're kind of forced to go into Death's
Yeah, no,
Toll,
Doomsauce
otherwise
did
you just
buy a
burn
lot of
through
time right there.
all your
So sorry to
mana,
the Mario Bros
and then you're
teams
also
for
forced to go
coming up as he
Transcendence, so
got
you don't run out of
bullish,
mana, so you
shredded
could just keep
if
throwing
so.
auto attacks.
A great
But he's
time
an
from
auto
Hydra.
attack character, so he
Here's
really
support
does
on
benefit
lead,
off of
but
auto attack items
looking
like
to see if
Devos,
Mario
like
Bro
XE,
and
items that
Kobe
don't really give
picks
him
up Derek
mana.
a second
So it's
time.
just a
So
really
much
weird
damage from this
character.
Hunbats onto the Raw.
Now he's
Just
good
again,
and he's
forcing
fun,
him away so
don't
we
get me
can secure
wrong.
This objective doesn't happen. It's gonna
But,
be good.
I
Hydra,
just
the
don't
Sunder,
like
a little
him.
bit off. No, it was good. Because it did go on cooldown on 90, although it said he secured it. That was a bit weird, but they got it. That's what matters. Gold Fury
The ult
secured.
stun. I've seen a
No,
lot of
we're
that. I
only
disagree,
15
man.
lead, so it's
I
not
think
like
that
this
ult
game
was
is
so good already
crazy
as
despite the
is.
kill advantage in the
And
Gold
that
Fury.
stun was so
I do
inconsistent.
think
Like, that was
any
hell,
bit
man.
of,
Like, you could be perfectly
you know,
still and
kills
still
or
get
plays
stunned.
that the blue team is able to make
You
is
could
just-
stutter
it's an
step it
overstep
and
on
still
the blue
get
team's
stunned.
part.
Like, it was
Connor
ridiculous.
just playing reactive, and it's
Like, it was
definitely
actually a
going
ping
in the
diff at
red team's
times,
favor.
which is never fun.
Yeah.
When
Oh my gosh! And I just looked away, and all of a sudden,
Kill Cam
post
Kenny.
Kobe, just destroyed by Kill Cam Kenny with this Neath combo. No ultimate even needed right there.
I think Scotty would be fun as well.
I
I,
mean, look,
know
they
a lot of
banned
people
him,
don't like
yeah.
Scotty, but I
Yeah.
think she'd be fun in
Slightly
Smite
ahead there
2.
in mid lane, and
They banned away their own Neath, and again, like, you know, obviously game.
Is it based on
still plenty
movement?
of game
Yeah,
time to
so
go,
it
but
was you
have
had
wonder,
to
oh, dual
stay
lane, a little
perfectly
bit of fight
still
going
when
on.
the final
Spirited
tick
Book in
connected.
a lot of trouble right here. Is he going to go down? Mario Bro with the brick impale. Not going to be enough, but Doomsauce is in the air. Stun from the Neath. Can Doomsauce secure this kill onto Spirited Book? It's going to be a horror from the Apollo. Shell is going to be good. Spirited Book does survive. Keeps him from going 0-3.
If you were not perfectly still when the final
good
tick of the ult
response right there.
connected,
There's been a lot of
there's like
pressure
this
in
weird
this dual
timer
lane
thing. I can't
from,
remember if there was at
Side here
the
too.
after they removed the stun.
Keep down SB. He is 0-2,
But if you
I mean,
stopped
man, the Xingwei farms so
moving,
safely, so well. I mean, he isn't really
you
farming too
wouldn't
well right
get
now, but he's safe and he's not
stunned.
a mile
Yes.
behind, right? He's half a mile behind, but not the end of the world when you have a lead in mid, you have a lead in solo, you have a lead in jungle. I think the plan to pressure duo makes sense, but then again, you wonder, like, if we're playing to pressure duo, why don't we have Sunder to force the objective? It just kind of seems like a mismatch to me. Oh,
Yeah,
and a
absolutely.
pause.
Yeah, this was me.
Oh, absolutely.
This was me. My bad,
Shake
chat.
over.
My bad. My bad.
bad.
I had to pause.
Those
I had to pause to
first
try
few
and
I think
start re-recording, and it didn't even fix.
Put a
Well,
lot of
it
damage
fixed
on
the
the
issue
most
I was
important
suffering with,
plays,
but
to
the
play on the
recording got
And when you
chocked.
don't have a way to
So I
secure
can't
the
even
Gold
post it on
Fury,
YouTube, which is too
besides the
bad.
Raw, which early game can be a little bit dodgy. Oh my gosh, but a lot of damage on Suyu off the pause.
Oh.
This is a rat strategy. Kobe out of range.
AMC can stay in Smite 1, and Chronos. Oh, I love
A
Chronos.
lot of
Bring
damage
that guy
on
to
the
Smite
Suyu,
2 and
but
make him
this
fun.
Hunbass
Make him
is
good.
just
Make him
way
like good and not
safe.
abusable like
And a
he
good
was in
mesmerize
Smite
onto
1.
Spirited Book. The Impale not up just yet. Good chains from Hydra. peeling out his ADC. And these two, Hydra Spirited Book, have had each other's backs since the dawn of time. I mean, this is absolutely beautiful cinema to watch these
Since
two
the
playing
dawn of
together,
time. Try
once
season 10,
more.
man. Let's
Now,
not take it
Kilkem
too
Kenny, a little
crazy.
bit of pressure onto him, but he's kind of dominating Kiba. Oh my gosh.
Can
Not
he have
enough
ult?
damage
Oh,
to
he
kill
did
him.
not. If he had ult.
Yeah, almost does die to him, but no dice. Yeah, nothing ends up happening in mid despite an absolute fiesta of a fight. And Spirited Book again pressure onto him, but he's completely safe. And notice
Okay,
Hydra,
this
I
is
think
the
he thought
dumbest
maybe
thing
for a
ever
second they were
coming
looking
up.
for the
So I
Spyro.
know they're both in this
Maybe
bush,
they
by
still
the
will,
way.
'cause Hydra's
It's
still
painfully
hovering mid.
obvious
We'll
they're
have to
both in
see,
this
but
bush. I knew they
yeah,
were in
so
this
much
bush
pressure
the
on this
entire
dueling, and
time.
he's all good over there.
And I'm like,
Just,
all right,
you know,
I need them to break the
just,
freeze.
yeah,
So I'm going
pressure
to
again
walk
in
up,
solo.
make them look
Obviously,
at me,
Valve
and
fans
then
are now
walk
being
away with my
barely
ulti.
obviously no
This is
idea
the
where his
dumbest thing
Hunbats
I've
is,
ever
and this
seen.
looks very, very dodgy. Double stun from this Hunbats.
Let's see if it
double
works.
force Hunbats.
I'm just kind of seeing if
Use so much
the
damage on their
stream
post,
catches it.
but Kobe just barely off the mark.
Okay, they didn't catch it. So from my POV, let me see if I can pull it up. From my POV, I'm literally in the air, and then I get pulled back down on my ulti. Is it this one? No, it's this one. Pretty sure it's going to be really bad quality, though. Yeah, pulled from what? I have no idea. Okay, literally watch this. Okay, it's terrible quality, so try to ignore that. Right here. Look. It's literally the animation. I'm in the air. And I'm on the ground. And I'm pissed. Like, watch this again. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Oh, you guys can't hear what I'm saying. I'm literally like, what? Like, what am I supposed to do here? I played this so well, man. This was going to break the freeze. Look at this. They walk up, they take these minions. Now my minions aren't taking, or their minions aren't taking damage because these minions are going to focus on these two fuckers. I hit the ulti key. It's activated. I'm in the air and I'm pulled back down. And there's nothing I can do, man. I'm just dead. I didn't take a scrap of damage here. And suddenly I'm in the wall. Like, huh?
And that's going to be one pick down. Two picks are good. Spirited Book is going to get 2v1 in the duel lane right there, but a 2-for-1
Like, I'm just
trade.
dead. I'm just dead, man.
And again, we are
That shit
hammering
happens
down
with
on
the
this
rat
shit by
ult and
hammering
Smite
the
1.
pressure.
I hate it.
When you're
Yeah, that was
losing
ridiculous,
this
man.
much on
Getting
the map,
pulled
down
out of CC
0-5
immunity is criminal.
mid-jungle, when they were Pyromancer secure to Hydra for just being around.
But they're just
right?
sitting
Like,
in
that's a big
left,
part of
man.
it. He's
They're just
completely
sitting in
sacking the
left.
duel lane and saying, look, like,
Doom
the
Sauce
Jinwei
loves
will
his
be behind
Mario
the
Bro,
barriers,
man.
right?
He's gotta
We
make
need
him
to
feel good
protect
as
some
much
of
as
his
humanly
O2.
possible, man.
Let's
He's gotta
play
boost
around
his
the
ego,
O2
otherwise
a
he's gonna run it
so
down.
really, like,
Yeah,
this is a
absolutely.
bit,
Playing
yeah.
like this secondary, not necessarily
Mario
secondary
Beat Bro
engage,
needs
but like
all
this
the help in the fucking world, man.
initiation,
You
shut
don't get
down
the
what they
CC
wanna do.
immunity on some
I think it's,
ults? Yeah, that's
working a lot,
crazy, man.
Yeah, working out great for him, absolutely. And I mean,
Yep.
look, like Hydra, he's always been like kind of a Kepri player. He loved the Ganeshas. I think he liked Eset a lot in Smite 1. So kind of feels a little bit more, I would say, from an outside perspective, at home on these kind of anti-engage that are like somewhat versatile picks.
Happens
So
on Rama and Pele
looks
too, I
really good on
think.
this series
That's
in game
so
1. And again, I
silly,
have
man.
no idea how he got it again in this game too, but hey, that's not my job to figure out. So we'll say that. And Kiba, a lot of trouble here. Neath ult is going to be good, and Stewie with
Oh,
the jump
bad
break
jump.
will not
two
get it.
brick.
The ultimate is going to be late, but the 3 is still going to be good. That's just a broken pendulum blade diff right there. But Hydra with the ultimate, Stewie is just not paying attention right there. And, I mean, hey, you still got to pick. Got to be happy. 0-6 now for this mid-jungle. Doom Sauce into the air with Mario Bro actually looking for something, but the chains from Hydra are just money. And look, Killcam Kenny is right here. Does not get the Spirit Arrow off, but the 2 is going to be jumped away as well. This Ares has been a menace. I'm going to check the player damage right here.
Absolutely.
And yeah,
think,
actually in the middle,
2,000
but
player
man, he's looked
damage.
incredible. Oh my Gold Fury.
Must
I
have
think
been
he's just gone.
quite sunny in Cincinnati for where the fuck Stewie's from.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of radiation going into his bald head, having absolutely zero game
Yeah,
awareness
zero
there.
game
He's
awareness.
absolutely clueless.
Just completely
Leaving
fried.
his support out to dry.
Yeah.
Hydra, absolutely domination of the game. Stewie.
Oh, Pele does have Lenarian again.
Yeah, I
Good to see
feel.
it, but they do
Damn, that's tough.
manage to get another Gold Fury out of it.
Yeah, you know, really just poor map awareness, vision control. mechanics,
2,800
everything from
tells
zero
you
right
the
there.
story of this game,
Still
man.
manages to get top damage. That's why you have to keep these broken characters out of the draft. And again, this Aladdin ban was just useless. And Killcam Kenny on this Neath.
Bro,
which,
look at Duo.
You know, I'm not really
Look at Duo, man. What the fuck? What the fuck is this?
sure why they banned it in game one. Killcam Kenny's team has looked great on this pick. Spirited Book now, a lot of pressure onto him. But again, the Jingwei is just so safe. I was expecting to see a spam left right there, but it did not happen. But
Yeah, they've put so much energy into this dual lane, and
Yep.
Spirited Book is actually ahead in XP. He was
Oh
level
my
13
gosh.
before the on her. You know,
If you
cannot
split-
put this many resources.
If you split everything in Duo, by the way, it's so bad for your ADC. Like, there's just no point.
The entire
Like,
game. into
I'm
a lane,
ahead, and Hydra's ahead. Like,
And not
I
have
should, I am
anything-
behind, quote unquote, on farm, on pace to where I should be. 16 minutes in, I'm level 13. I should be at least 14, 15 at that pace. If I'm just allowed to free farm everything, but I've not been allowed to. But they are splitting literally everything on the left side.
I mean, is
These guys
it?
have been
Yeah,
For
Hydra-
0 gold furies is
Hydra's
crazy.
been
Yeah.
in mid lane the entire game, and it's
absolutely.
showing. Getting these picks, transferring them into objectives.
Mhm.
You know, it's
Oh.
great.
Oh, fight over
Valve
here
looking
on the
for
dual
initiation,
lane.
catches
Mordred
Apollo.
ultimate is going to be good.
Duo lane when it's in solo.
Apollo taking a little bit of damage. A shell is forced. From who? Oh, the support right there. Okay, Stewie going to be going in here. Some damage. Timer now in a lot of trouble, and he's completely split. The Hunbat's ultimate is good.
Oh,
Her ultimate a tiny
some
bit off
lag.
the mark, but not enough damage follow-up
Oh,
there.
let's check on
anyways.
chat, by the way.
Akiba trying to help right there. Beats is going to be forced. Is the snipe good? What is happening? There's a fight on left. Spirited Book is low, but he's going to survive. So is Mario, bro. I'm sorry for panning all over the place, but a 1-for-0 pick despite a lot of low health bars. Another beat.
The rest of our team is in a strong spot.
And I mean, man, I think the story of this game is just the control from this Ares Hunbats. The amount of CC burn they have,
Oh, you guys can see
just
him.
getting it again.
There you go. You
Beat
can
seems
see
like they're
chat.
always down on this draft, right? These chains have inhibited so much movement and just pace pushing and just play. I mean, you're going to notice Hydra's damage is right at the bottom, so it seems like it's not really the case maybe if you're just looking at the stats. But
Don't I end towards the top?
I mean, all
think
this
I
Apollo
do.
really does do right now is
200s are
damage,
so broken
right?
once they get
And
items.
he's only
They're not broken.
700 up
They're
on this
okay.
series, so a lot of
I can
chains
play
from
the game
Hydra
at
are
20
just
minutes.
really on the
Love
mark.
to see it.
And I mean, look, I gotta say, I gotta give a lot of credit to Valve. I feel like no matter the matchup he's in, he's just getting ahead. That's huge. I mean, when you have like a consistent lead build, that's awesome.
This game specifically, you know, Stewie and Killcam Kenny have been playing great. Last game, you know, Stewie had a fine game, but Kenny seemed to really struggle.
Yep.
Where this team differentiates has definitely been in this front line. Valve
Yeah.
and Hydra having absolutely colossal sets.
Yeah, absolutely. And a little bit of damage now onto Valve, so let's see if this great set... Oh, he's totally fine. You're not worried about Lernie and Bo Pele, are you? I don't think so. And yeah, he's going to be okay. Valve survives right there. A bit of Fire Giant posturing. No, I lied. Just walking through
Snaddyy!
the fire. Valve now going a little bit aggressive. They're looking for the
Snaddyy,
long
come
flank onto
on,
this
man.
chalk, and Valve is absolutely happy for it. CC onto Timer, and I mean, he's just completely caught here. Out of mana in Smite 2, and Timer is going to be gone right
On
there.
chalk.
Another 1v1. Spirited Book. Look, he's surviving, which is wonderful. A lot of pressure on him. I mean, again, the game plan is to get SB behind. But this is what's so great about the Jingwei pick. Mario Bros doing a good job playing active, playing for things, but
Oh, not a Valve game. Overstayed.
gosh.
Gonna get picked.
oh my gosh,
Big
you're just gonna
shutdown
get
for the
picked. I'm
Pele.
sorry, I was so entranced by this dual lane gameplay that I really missed that. My apologies on that. Because I just wanted to see what was gonna happen. Oh my gosh, look, Mario Bro now gonna be getting ganked. This could be the first counter ADC gank Stewie.
This is the
Controller
first game. Oh,
disconnected.
sorry, that's
No,
my.
Mr.
That's this
Moving
chat.
again,
Whoops,
no
not my
play
chat. My
there.
chat's over there.
It looks like a mid-tier 1 tower is going to fall down. So a really good counter pick right there. Gold Fury now.
For all this duo
Only a
pressure,
5K
and
lead
we
for
get
the
3
gold
golds
team,
in a
but
row.
look, an auto speed disciple has been spawned. Quadruple Naga on the Fire Giant here, and Mario Bro is going
Jesus,
to jump
quadruple
over.
Naga.
This is a Fire Giant sneak, and there is just no idea. Killcam Kenny with his support instincts is beginning to learn, but the rest of the team is just absolutely
speed.
delayed
Yeah,
on
fuck
this
that
idea.
guy.
This is a Stewie
I
call
knew
if
they
I've
were
ever
on
seen
fire.
one.
I knew they were on
Beautiful play
fire
from
this whole
Kiba and
fucking
friends
time,
right there,
dude. I literally
securing the
said like they're
fire.
gonna be on fire. They're gonna be on
And
fire.
Despite this
Sure enough, they were
wonderful,
on fire.
just put together from the
Back in my head, I was
entirety
like,
of
they're gonna
this
be on
red
fire.
team,
Out loud, I said they're gonna be on
all
fire.
of a sudden, game
And then
now,
I said,
2,000
kill Cam
gold
Kenny.
lead.
Go check if they're on
Fire
fire. Sure
Giant
enough,
on
they were on
5 to
fire.
really offset that gold lead and even take some back. You know, we might be seeing Kiba's squad begin to group together, and finally, for the first time this game, some signs of life.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a great call. They already done 2 Gold Furies. Know they're going for the 3rd. I think it's kind of a Hail Mary play. Like they know. I think if they they lose 3 Gold Furies, it's gonna be hard to come back. So I think a great Hail Mary.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I
When
mean,
do you
look,
get
for
to
as
play the
much
game?
shit as we've given this Apollo
Fuck
for
if
not
I
having
know,
Sunder
dude.
and stuff, you don't need Sunder if nobody's there. And a
Well,
really
I'm
good
3
sneak
items
right
in,
there, playing the map.
and I can kill
And, you know, I'm
squishies.
curious to see,
Can't kill
like,
tanks.
will blue team group up here a little bit, or are they just going to play to farm? You know, despite the gold kind of recovery, you are still
So
seeing
probably
some
not yet.
people, especially Timer quite behind. Great idea for a picker. They're just not able to get
Probably
enough.
once I get
Mario Bro
at
with
least
Stagger,
5 items.
some reach stacks, obviously wanting to get more could be
5
very
items
potent,
without
so-
starter at least, and then I get
A
to play
lot
the
of good
game.
looks.
Start
Yeah, a lot
Till
of
then,
good looks. And at
Exerting
1v1
Snaddyy
right there, and
is
Stewie in the
useless.
jungle, is he going to just fall down right here? He's
Or do you
one
mean
shot, gonna
specifically this
survive
game in
just
particular,
barely.
where I got
A
ran
bit
at for
strange to
how
look for
many
the
minutes?
1v1 right there. Isn't going to be able to get it. I think really good
In terms of
idea
getting
by red
camped.
team. Guys,
Oh,
hold split on sides a little bit. Spirited Book, getting this
Right
shove.
here I get to play the game.
Probably going to be able to get this tier 2 tower soon. The Pyromancer are now going to be looked at by the entirety of blue team, so they're getting objectives for it, but they're also losing some. I mean, if you get the pick on Stewie, you probably just run it down mid, but they're unable to do that, and you have to make the decision, what are we going to do here? Doomsauce looks like he's going to back, cover the Phoenix. No, canceling out his own back, and it seems like they're miscommunicating, or they're not really sure what they want to do. Now deciding, let's shove mid, now canceling that decision. A lot of, I mean, what seems like indecision from the entirety of blue team. Now going to be a 4v4 in the mid lane. Mario Bro is completely alone, but he's dominating Killcam Kenny. Somebody help Mario Bro. He is destroying in this team fight, but nobody is near. It's like the entirety of blue team is tentative to help him in the 4v4. Worried about the 4v5. Now going to be a 4v5. Can still look. Remember, you have Fire Giant for 95 seconds. Doomsauce is already back, looking for the tier 2 in the ultimate in the sky right now.
This is so crazy, man. Doomsauce just ints his life away.
And Doomsauce is just going to get one shot somehow. This
I got my
Choco,
first rage
not
stack.
Actually, that tanky. Great
22
job from
minutes
Mario
in,
Bro
man.
Right there. Choco is largely going to go huge. Spirited Book, 3-man Jingwei ultimate. This is just a colossal series of misplays. I mean, this just looks like a disaster. Mario Bro trying to get the pace push.
Second rage
Nobody's
stack.
doing anything, but now Kiba now low. Mario Bro low does have the dagger.
Oh,
Kiba's
Kiba
going to
going
fall
for the
down.
rafters.
Yeah, just absolutely nothing going on. I mean, it seems like blue team wanted to shove, saw the split push from Spirited Book, decided to cover the split push late, so lost the tier 2
Mario
phase,
needs
and then looked for the
Luigi is
fight, and Doomsauce just
crazy.
absolutely inted again. And all of a sudden, 3-for-0, 5 people shoving. Obviously, now Apollo up. So
Surely
they
if I
probably
were
lose
to make a
Phoenix here, nothing
Smurf.
more, but I mean, what a turn.
If I were to
despite
make a Smurf, it would be called Luigi Sis.
not having fire.
Yeah, no clear decision on what they want to do. It really makes you think that they lack like a specific shot caller.
Yeah.
It feels like everyone was kind of doing their own thing. Just so indecisive. Had no idea what's going on. I can't imagine what it's like for them, and we're watching it from top down, having no idea what they're playing.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be an absolute disaster. So I think we just have to
Delete the
kind
Pele
of
build from existence.
just chalk it up if you're
Kiba
blue team
is
right
a bit
there
of
and
a
say,
chef,
hey, look, I
man.
mean, we
Kiba is a
messed
bit
up
of a
bad.
chef.
I wonder if, you know, in a spot like this, you kind of, oh, Mario Bro, looking for the pick onto Stewie. The Impale is going to be good right there, and Stewie is going to get picked
No.
and absolutely
See, like right
horrid death,
there,
for the
that's
Summits.
where
A
you can
little
see
bit
the
of
benefit of Lanerian Bow is like Mario
you know,
just
in a
deletes
spot like this,
him
you kind of,
back
oh,
quickly.
Mario Bro, looking for the pick onto Stewie. The
Like
Impale
there,
is going
stun,
to be good right there, and Stewie is
Impale.
going to get picked. And
Like he autos him
absolutely
twice, and
horrid
with
death,
Lanerian Bow,
for the
he's
Summits. A
dead.
little bit
Like
of
that's
life
just
and
how that
frequency. Remember,
works.
the deficit is not huge. Mid Phoenix is not the end of the world. Are they going to look for this Gold Fury call?
So like
They
that's the
will.
benefit of
Remember,
that
no
item right
Sunder
there,
on this
but
team, but double
you just
bomb
don't get
is
moments
up.
like that
Can
often.
you secure this over it? Going to get off of the Gold Fury. This is a little bit of an awkward leash. They're not too sure what they want to do just yet. A lot of damage. The Rotwell is way too early. The Neath is going to steal the Gold Fury, and a really big misplay. They were leashing off the gold, looking back on. Spirited Book is low. Going to be getting chased by this Apollo in the skies. Kiba with the ultimate to gap
Yeah, I'm
close
definitely
there.
dead
Not
here.
going to be enough until it is. Double root from Killcam
On
Kenny.
an
They are gonna
ADC,
be able to
that
get
makes
picks,
sense.
But losing the gold again,
Oh,
so
yeah,
unnecessary. We
it
have
makes no
double
sense
bombs,
on
just
Kiba, I
use
don't
one
think.
of them.
I don't
This leash
entirely
off from
understand why it's
Timer,
there.
to get a chocolate that seemed like it was a little bit small time. They really, really feel like they're just not on the same page on these calls, despite getting 2 picks there overall.
Yeah, we talked about the relic earlier, and I can't help but think, if Doom Sauce
Yep.
does have Sunder there, that that's a secure Gold Fury. The Brawl
Absolutely.
was off the mark.
Oh,
not
again, no
second,
Sunder at all for this
not
team is
entirely on Doom Sauce to
crazy.
take responsibility there, but it is pretty
Yeah,
obvious.
absolutely.
Now,
And Fire Giant pull going to happen. Man, if the Gold Furies were bad, I don't know about this play. I guess they're trying to say Spirited Book is down, a lot of DPS down, so looking for the fight. Mortar Shell is going to be forced. Mario Bro has to jump away immediately, and I think that's just going to be it. They might stay and linger around a little bit longer, but it's
Could
not
maybe
a great
argue for
idea if
Nem
you're
A,
blue
but
team here.
because
Remember,
of
Left
AA
Phoenix's
cancels?
Weekend and Stewart could always
I
go
think
for a backdoor
Lanerian
on
is
that if
only
it's
good
up.
right now because it can crit, and crit is good. That is the only reason I believe that item is good. No other reason whatsoever. And so in my head, I'm like, if we're not building crit, why are we building Lanerian?
Decides to grow some brain cells. He probably
When
won't,
brawlers
so he's gonna hover
exist.
around mid. We'll see.
So
he
if you're
does
going
end up
Nem,
left
look,
again,
if
with
this
Left
is
Phoenix
crit
weak, you can
Pele, go
always
for
just
it.
kinda
Go for
backdoor that,
Lanerian.
especially with
Make
the
it work.
bomb. But look, Fire Giant
Again,
also
I just
a
don't
very
get it.
valid play. Sunder up in 30
As is,
seconds.
on its
Bomb
own.
is available.
Even if you just have Demon Blade, go
okay,
Demon
how
Blade.
is this guy
Ideas.
always had a mana on Chop? Like every time I look, he is Like, what is he doing?
I don't know, but look
How
at
is he
Doomsauce.
always
Oh my
at
gosh, with the
mana?
Rotwell is not going to be on the mark. It's going to be good enough to hit Hydra right there. Hunbat's ultimate is good. They're just trying to go for the player here. Double beats forced here. And look at Kobe. This is why you go this Cersei's Hexstone. Kiba is going to fall down in the backline. Can Valve get this kill? A lot of peel on these two, but it's not going to be enough. This Mordred pick, just barely enough. Spirited Book now, a lot of trouble from Mario Bro. He is almost going to survive this, not quite. A lot of damage onto Killcam Kenny right there. Mario Bro is one shot. Timer is coming back into the fight now. Let's see if he's able to get anything onto this.
Burn, burn.
Mario Bro will fall down, and Doomsaw's healthy.
It's my king right
Probably not
there.
going to die right away, but I don't know if they can get any kills. Again, it's just 2 tanks here. Brick from the Chalk one. Killcam Kenny on the backside
Every time
here,
Snaddyy says
looking
brick, man,
for
I don't know.
absolutely
I don't know, man.
anything to do
No,
on
what
this
the
Neath,
fuck
and he's going
am
to get
I
the root.
watching?
He's going to get the 2. Double stun here from Stewart. And these red health bars are just going to stay healthy. Why? They're against 2 tanks that are split. And it's going to be one of the cleanest deicides we have ever seen in the history of Smite 2. I mean,
Bro, I was 1-5 this
man,
game.
a lot happened right there. I think, look, Valve got a great dive right there in the 1v2. You know, normally you don't see your chalk.
But
peel and your
after
Apollo
2
team
fights that I've
diving.
been a
It's kind
part
a
of,
weird mixture, but they
13k
almost go into
damage
their credit,
from
you know, we
4,000
say
to
something
13k
different
damage.
If he does
Tanks
die
are
there,
OP,
and
by the way. They
obviously Kobe
are,
lives,
man.
But fact of the matter is,
The fact
he
that
didn't.
all the carries are dead before the tanks, man.
So, yeah,
Thanks,
I mean,
OP.
really bad look. Granted, from a farm perspective, you're not a mile behind, but this is very similar to that 5-man Hunbat Soul that Stewie got game 1. Relics are just down on blue side. And when you're behind, when your relics are down, that's a big issue. Neath ult going to be good. Kiba ultimate going to be forced. At least he survives right there. Mid Phoenix is back up, but now the Fire Giant pull. Notice, Hydra no Sunder, but they do have 2 bombs. Kiba's going to back anyways. And it seems like the entirety of blue team, again, understanding they don't have Sunder, I think not realizing that red team doesn't have Sunder up, is just going to give this up. And I mean, you have to wonder, yes, Kiba was, what, 70% health?
1, 5, and 2
We
on
have 5
Jingwei.
people up. It's a 5v5. Are we really just giving up fire? And
Bottom of the player
I don't
damage
know.
outside
I
the
thought
sports.
that was a bad decision.
And still just in the game. Happens.
Even without them knowing that
The role
they
just
don't have
doesn't
Sunder,
matter.
they have a
The
bomb.
is if the team is good enough
Blue team does have a bomb of their own on top
as
of
an ADC,
Brawl
you
ult.
will get to the late
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, at this point in the game, Brawl ult is better Sunder. Sure, it's a little bit harder.
Absolutely.
Secure.
Oh, 1v1? Uh-oh. Okay, nothing.
Kiba.
Yeah, absolutely nothing.
Ult off the mark.
Hmm.
Big cooldown up with the Humbat's ult, but That is
Yeah.
Kiba's beads and raw ult.
Absolutely.
And,
I mean,
Kiba ult, actually.
yep, and looking at the red team, again, just being very decisive. And I think this is really the big difference you're getting from both of these teams is red team has been extremely decisive on their shot calling and just looking for people. Team B's going to be utilized right there. So a really good peel from Doomsauce. But I don't know really who's coming for the red team, if it's Hydra, if it's Stewie, if it's Spirited Book, maybe even Valve. I mean, you have a lot of really vocal players on this team. But they just seem quick. And I think sometimes when you have a lot of shot callers or people who can shot call, it can get really congested. But they've been very swift about the right call. And I don't think we've always seen that from this blue team. And sometimes that just makes the difference, just that alone.
A lot of the time on the blue team, it's not even the right call, the wrong call. It's just a call.
Yeah,
Everyone's
absolutely.
doing their own thing. It's just a disaster. They need to
Yeah, and-
dedicate 1 to 2 people to be the
Doomsauce,
person, you know,
little
this is
bit-
what we're doing.
Yeah, a little bit of an engage from
Kill
Doomsauce
cam.
right there. Killcam Kenny is just going to get lasered post Kobe. Beautiful ultimate right there. Valve's going to be going in. The frames are dropping on Spectator. This is such a beautiful fight. Neemian is going to be forced here, but Kobe is in the middle of 4. What is this camera control? What is happening? Apollo Ultimate going to be going in right there. Jingwei is going to fall down from Timer with the dive right there. Spirited Book does fall. The dagger is in the air. It's going to get picked up by Stewie right there. Timer
Again,
is going
tanks
to
are
be
the
able
last
to get out of this,
alive.
but it's just the tanks alive. I don't know what just happened in this team fight. But it's going to be good for red team. And I mean, look, that's what happens with the fire giant. The commit, the dagger got dropped. It got picked up again. Nobody on the blue side was going to be able to pick it up. And it looks like a mid Phoenix is going to fall
It's almost
down
like
right here.
once you finally can get your
And-
items, man,
Disaster.
you can
Yeah,
kill people
I
in
mean,
front of
there's
you.
just no damage.
Spectator.
Yeah, Hunbat's ulting the Spectator. We got feared away right there. A bunch of kills, and look, I mean, you killed the damage dealer. Spirited Book and Killcam Kenny are both down right here, so maybe not an end, but double Phoenixes. That's a pretty good look. I think the Mordred has actually made the Spectator sound go into the fishbowl. Oh, we're out again, but look at that. Stewie with the ultimate right there. Double pull
here we go with
potentially,
pull.
and it's going to be Doomsauce who's going to get pulled. Timer is going to be able to immune it. Does Timer survive? He does. Not Spirited Book, excuse me. Stewie taking a lot of damage right there. The dagger is going to be used. He's going to survive.
We just
right there.
overstayed
A lot
trying
of
to
damage from
overforce
Valve
that.
sustaining.
Most of the
Pillar
high pick is on
just barely
Stewie, which
away
a little
from
bit,
boxing
just
him
a bit
in,
of a
but
noops.
Mario Bro wants more. Jumps in. The impale is good. Anti-heal from Lernian Bow is popped. Kiba still Lernian Bow up soon. More anti-heal on the way.
For the
Hydra's gonna fall
cause,
down,
for the
but they got
cause,
the two
Hydra.
Phoenixes. Is it going to be enough to get any kind of a playback? We see Doomsauce going into the sky looking for this Neath. Is he going to be able to get it off? The knockup is on the mark. Mez is good, just trying to buy time. Killcam Kenny backflips away. Spirited Book
that's
nowhere
what caught
near on this
Valve.
fight. So this red team is completely split. Sui is on the flank, and it looks like Valve is going to fall down here. You still got 2 Phoenixes, but the picks are being staggered. Can they get anything off of these picks?
Yeah, Sun's alive for the blue team, but is it too
Just so
late?
much happening.
2 birds down. Fire's down for a little bit longer. Got some relics, got some kills, but not much there for it. And they'll get a pyromancer.
Yep, Pyromancer going down, so it's going to be a tier 2
Overall,
tower.
that's-
Yeah, I mean,
you're still feeling pretty good if you're the red team. You don't really
Very
lose
good.
anything with those stats. You saw the game a little bit longer, but this game was going to the next fire giant anyways.
yeah,
And then
absolutely.
maybe potentially a gold here for the blue team. Valve being down for 30. But
Absolutely.
just push out these fire waves and get ready for next fire, which I'm totally fine with.
It's Apollo 2. Oh.
Right, and you know,
Oh.
tier 2 down, you open up the map a little bit. I don't think you
Build
you
complete.
live or die by this.
32
gold
minutes
for,
in, I finished my
for either
build.
team.
Let's
Kind of
go.
necessary too. And naturally, the questionable shot calling takes the fight to the Gold Fury. And Kiba, goodbye. Great play by Spirited Book right there, and Killcam Kenny just dominating him. Now
That was just
Timer,
Kenny. That was all
wondering
Kenny.
Why he's here. Gonna be a great pull from Hydra. Good beats force right there. Gold Fury is gonna be lost. Huge ultimate from
There we
Stewie right
see
there.
it.
A huge beads force again. And I mean, just talked about it. No reason to fight on this Gold Fury. And Kiba falls down. Team beads gets used right there. Mario Bros beads are down.
Not using
Fire
anything
giant
either.
up.
No ult,
Yeah.
no beads,
Gold
no
gain has
alpha
felt a lot
items.
better since the
Everything
last
was up
change.
when he
Eh.
died.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he just kind of got one shot, and the big problem. Look, 5 people around Fire
Maybe.
Giant, and are we defending this? Absolutely not. 40k damage from Stewie on this Hunbats. Again, has looked so good. And look,
In-game.
Doomsauce is going to go
Real
in the
life
air.
is quite unattractive as
Yeah.
he has no hair on his head. But
Yeah.
in this Smite game, on the Hunbats, He's playing well.
Absolutely. Stewart's looked very compelling as a competitor. Let's try to keep him on the virtual world doing well away from the streets. So really good showing from Stewie this match. Very sightly Hunbat's game despite
Kind of an
exterior
anomaly since
appearances.
you
So
got froze
great,
on.
showing for him.
Oh,
We're gonna see
well, yeah, that's
a
true.
full grouping by the red team.
I don't think it's an anomaly. I
In
think it's
this,
just the power of a good team will abuse the fact that their ADC is getting frozen by a support AD carry and abuse a 4v5 or 4v3 situation, excuse me.
Solo lane.
Or a 3v2
And
situation.
I mean, look, you have left fire wave shoving.
And
you
that's
can't see
exactly what
waves on
happened this
Spectator,
game.
But mid fire.
My mid, jungle, and support combined are 6 plus 5, which is 11 plus 4, which is 15. They are 15-1, and then whatever the assist numbers are. Or 15-3 and whatever the assist numbers are. Like, my mid 3v3 was just better than theirs.
Every 1v1, especially with this dagger. And
So if I'm the lane that has to tank it,
what do you do if you're blue team?
So
You
be
try
it.
to look for some kind of a defense. Shell force. Valve maybe a little bit aggressive. Spirited Book getting hit by the ultimate, but he's just
this is
a little bit too
crazy,
safe.
by the way.
Full commit from Kiba here. 4-man ult from LeBron James onto the backline, but the Chalk ultimate is going to be good. Stewie is split
Look at
pushing the map.
this.
Valve is still alive. How is he alive? Triple knockup from Spirited Book, and that's going to be 1. That's going to be 2. 3 down, 4 down soon for Kiba. Mario Bro is dead. Stewie bricks the dagger, but he's going to be able to survive. Kiba is going to be able to get the dagger off, but the entirety of the blue team goes down.
what
Huge
an
CC,
ult
another kill
from
for Killcam
Hydra.
Kenny. And the game's over. Just able to survive. Triple, a little bit too safe. Full commit from Kiba here. 4-man ult from LeBron James onto the backline, but the Chalk ultimate is going to be good. Stewie is split pushing the map. Valve is still alive. How is he alive? Triple knockup from Spirited Book, and that's going to be 1. That's going to be 2. 3 down,
Arena's
4 down
team
soon
fight.
for Kiba. Mario Bro is dead. Stewie bricks the dagger, but he's going to be able to survive. Kiba is going to be able to get the dagger off, but the entirety of the blue team
like
goes
that
down.
is just
Huge CC, another kill for Killcam Kenny. And the game's over. Just like that. Huge CC, huge burst. All of these beads burns finally showing its value.
Starting the
and
game,
a 2-0 win.
20-something minute mark.
Win for
We
Stewie
were
and friends.
1-6 and something,
And there it
ending
is,
the game
RSL.
6-6 and
Great.
4.
Game 2.
Man,
Wow.
what do you have to... I mean, that kind of showed up out of nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of this was lost in the draft.
Agreed.
Stewie and Hydra had a crazy game 1 and a crazy game 2. You know, Hydra's looking unstoppable on this Ares.
I'm still no
Doomsaw's
losing to
kind of
Mario,
invisible
bro.
on this Apollo. These
Agreed.
ults, not doing much. They had Fire Giant, kind of ran it into the T2 tower and just died instantly for nothing.
Yeah.
I think Kiba had a quite poor set too.
Mhm.
This Pele build, not
Not a big fan.
not what we're liking to see. Yeah.
Yeah, not a
Pele
big
looks
fan
not
of this
fun
Pele
here.
build, but big picture, stubbornness, I think, is the
I don't know.
is the weight to carry if we're blue side here.
I think Pele can be
Losing
really
game 1,
good.
What was it? Objectives. We're not there. That's it. Right? This raw pick, although it was quite good game 1, I mean, a couple of
That
like
Spirited Book in the
deaths,
call for a post game.
no Cersei's.
If only, man, if
How big
only.
of a problem that was. This Hunbat's pick again. Just get rid of it, or the Ares pick. Get rid of, right? Like we had the opportunity in this draft for blue to either ban Hunbats or
So
pick
they
Ares
pulled
or both.
Stewie in. Yeah.
Neither happens. We run back this Apollo, which really did nothing, and then a couple weird builds. You know, like we mentioned with this Jade Scepter, obviously with the Pele build. I thought Valve just outplayed Timer in both these games. So from him,
Yeah.
you know, very big performance. But look, I mean, even when Spirited Book was having a bit of a rough start, we saw Killcam Kenny have some really good turns in mid. It was all about the front line. Overall in
game
the
1
set,
and game 2.
just awesome.
I think, yeah, a big component was this front line and this drafting in Relic choice. I think that's probably the 3 things you could break it down to. But we do have a post-game interview with the winner, Stuart Chisholm, the
Yep.
former CEO of
Now
Hyra
CEO of
Studios.
Rally Hair. Yep.
Yep.
Hello, Stuart. Obviously,
Welcome to the cast.
yeah, welcome to the cast. Obviously, really emotional week for you, getting fired from your job, and then obviously getting hired to Rally here, effectively fired. Now, you know, losing in Smite Prime, dying to a objective twice, and then now,
Naga
you know,
camp,
big
actually, I
time,
guess.
yeah. Now big time here playing with Spirited Book, Hydra, not a Valve game, Kill Cam Kenny in the RSL, getting your first win of the set or of the season in a
Ugh.
2-0 victory. What are your thoughts?
Overall team
Mhm.
very clean. Some stuff to clean up. A little aggressive chasing kills. They're very objective focused, which is good, but sometimes too much.
Mhm.
Overall, really happy. Individually, poor game one from me.
Mhm.
Till the end, I kind of picked it up. Some mechanical errors. I missed more Humbats 2s than should be allowed. It's the
Agreed.
easiest character in the game. Really picked it up in game 2. Tried a different build, rushed the Jotuns instead of Brawlers. Felt bad, but overall, really happy with the performance from everybody. MVP in my head for this set is Spirited Book. Getting camped is not
Mhm.
easy. Staying even while getting camped is even harder. Shout out to him. He carried game 1. SB's the GOAT.
Absolutely. And I mean, yeah, just huge contributions from Spirited Book. And I mean, man, we have to ask because obviously for this team, success has not always been in the framework in the past weeks. Obviously, some really rough losses. I mean, how big was it for Hydra, who last week didn't play uh, the Ares at all? Went Sobek game one, pretty good.
That was fun. I'm gonna call it there though for the at least that. Ugh. That was a good set. That was a fun set to watch. That was fun to watch back, Snaddyy. Appreciate that. Appreciate the cast on that. And appreciate the glaze from Stewie, from Stuart Chisholm himself. It's not technically Stuart Chisholm from Hi-Rez. That's not actually him, but still it's yeah. Anyways, that was fun. That was a lot. That was a really fun set to play. I'm not gonna lie, especially because like it's against a lot of players that I know in terms of like Mario Bro, Doom Sauce, Kiba. So I'm glad that got casted, especially because I can't stream it. So yeah. And I feel like that was a good showing from me, and that game, there were those games, excuse me, really helped me figure out an ADC build for this week, which is exciting. Because literally since our RSL set yesterday, I have been stressed over what to fucking build in this stupid role. Because literally it's so unclear, man. It's so unclear on what to build in ADC. It's literally, you need pen, you need crit. You need to be able to kill carries with crit, but you need to be able to kill tanks with pen. Like, it's so fucking ridiculous that, like, there's just no clear-cut build, and it's incredibly frustrating. I'm going to play a couple arenas.